this city, fortunes are made and lost, all in seconds. Sometimes, you're the one shooting. Sometimes, you're looking down the barrel. A couple bad deals, and my friends and I have ended up on the wrong side of a bad situation. One more score, and maybe we can put that behind us. Meat, machines, and magic all fight to be top dog. And us, we intend to come out on top. We run the night.
Fuck yourself.
Hey, hello. We're here.
Hey,
Very, very well timed. You're welcome, universe,
God damn
for
it.
what I was able to save. Thank you. Welcome to We Run the Night, where we also censor you like Disney, but you don't lose your job. At the end of
speak for yourself.
Dangerous implications into what that means.
In case you don't know it, one of us is actually muted right now.
Right. It's me. Thank you so much for that sweet, sweet prime. We appreciate it. We're going to go around the room, introduce our characters. We're going to have a small recap. And then it's time for the shenanigans to begin. Well, we'll go ahead and start with Hardwire, because I feel like we don't start with Hardwire enough.
Pretty much nothing starts with Hardwire. It kind of finishes with Hardwire. Like, all right, let me go clean up everything on my clickety-clacks. You know?
Yep.
I am the resident hacker on the team, as well as drone pilot / regular pilot. And also I have recently taken up making sweet, sweet beats in my spare time because my therapist told me that I needed an outlet because this group of friends that I'm working with is just so stressful. And so that's my outlet now. Yeah, that's me.
That is beautiful and depressing all at the same time. Next up, we have the one, the only, the Dober Kapoor.
Hey, that's me. I am Dr. Dober Kapoor, a dwarf combat mage, fireballs and mana manipulation at night, and then saving people during the day at the hospital.
You want to give that word another shot there, bud?
Mana manipulation?
There
we go. Yep, there it is.
I don't know what happened with my mouth, but I don't do the mouth magic. That's someone else's job.
Speaking of mouth magic, we
was that a
have
transition?
Mason. Yeah, it was. I made it one.
I don't like this affiliation. I guess I speak to people in a magical way. We'll phrase it that way. But yeah, and it usually fails. So
what's the magic behind it then if it usually fails?
the fact that it fails.
Ah.
I mean, if anyone's been to Vegas, you've seen some pretty shit magic. So.
That's fair. I'll allow it. Speaking of
go.
shit magic, Karma.
No, wow.
Hey, I'm your ship magician. I got spells
dude.
such as Brown Note.
Hey, what up? I'm a doo-doo-mancer.
I'm Karma, and I'm the shaman. You know, we deal with more of the spiritual magic, which is not shit magic, despite what everyone else seems to think. So,
Expect Doo-Doo Mancer and the errata for Street Weird.
Nice.
And last but not least, the Doo-Doo Mancer themselves, Konami.
Hey, what up? It's me, Konami. I'm the doo-doo-mancer because I make all the shit decisions in life. So I am the muscle of the group. I am a elven, recently made vampire about a year ago, blood adept. And I do the thing. I have a couple of blades, and I'm good with guns, and accents are kind of my strong suit, and the only way I can get people to believe me if I'm lying, apparently. So that's what I do. If Mason fails the mouth magic, I come through with I'm not gonna finish that. 'Cause
I was ready for it.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna do that.
The handbag.
And that's our show for this evening. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by.
Yeah, if Mason fails with the mouth magic, I come through and pop him in the face to make him believe it's real.
That's a lot better than where I saw that going.
The joke.
Nope. I'm telling you a thing. I don't believe you. How about now?
It's true. That's what we call intimidation, kids.
Mhm.
When Mason's done with that mouth magic, Konami just finishes it all over the.
That's even worse than what I was gonna say. Hey, I was gonna say when Mason fails with the mouth magic, I come in with the south magic, but that doesn't A, make sense, and B, is wide open to wild connotation and interpretation.
I would just like to make this moment known that I got my mind out of the gutter, and it's the other crew this time.
Catalyst, if you're watching, I'm so sorry for what the show has become.
No, we're not. This is what y'all signed up for.
Mouth magic, south magic, you know the deal.
All good.
So where we left off last time,
man.
Jim took Konami's body for a joyride on their way to go and get not Konami, Kairi. There's too many K names in this group. Kairi, Karma, Konami. There's just too many.
Hardwire.
Carwire, Kubrick.
Kubrick, Kapoor.
Just too many. Overall, they were able to successfully make the trade, with parentheses, as Joe Nami was able to go ahead and take care of quite a few people, as the group found out doors that have key cards are hard to open without the key card. And finally, we were able to go ahead and get the key card. Mason was able to run in, anticipate where people were going to be, and spray them down quite quickly with his P90. After that, we were able to go ahead and get to the vehicle and head to the rat's nest, where they're going to go ahead and lay low for a few moments.
Also, Dobrik got a mysterious phone call towards the end of last session and chose not to share that with the class. I'm just going to put that out.
Hey, they said they were busy. They would call him back later. It's not rude. You're doing business.
Strictly business.
You know, they work at a hospital, Konami.
That's owned by somebody who wants me dead.
It's not owned by them yet.
Half this world is owned by somebody that wants you dead. Like,
That's true.
True.
I mean,
Stop pissing people off, okay?
they need to stop trying to kill me first.
Seems a little
Stop
sick.
breaking the law.
if things went south in our last run, Mason owns a few things that want you dead too. Like,
True. But able to easily arrive at the rat's nest.
Actually, before we wanted or arrived or moved things, Kiri's still Kyrie's still unconscious, correct?
Yes, she was able to go ahead, and you were able to go and use your medical kit on her, but she was still unconscious at the end of finishing that.
Hey, Karma Mace, you remember that run we did a while over a year ago now at the docks? That
Vaguely.
person we found?
Oh,
Weird
the little
one.
girl.
Yeah, little girl thought she was in Chicago, strange times, looking for
Technically,
parents.
she was older than all of us, really.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you noticed this, but inside there was a circle that Kyrie's was on top of, and it had the same aura as that little girl. Like that box that we found her in had the same inscriptions on the floor. And Mace, that manipulation spell I told you about inside has the same aura of that Stephanie, I want to say her name was. So
Yeah.
I don't know what connection she has with this, or You know,
I feel like
if it's
Mason
just-
would remember that name very well, but JJ just
I should start keeping better notes.
To be
Hey,
fair,
race
that
stuff.
entire run was
With
a
text.
week long over text message. So
That is a thing.
Wasn't it tech?
Matt, that's why Matt said like Stephanie, I think it was. Could have been like Isabella or something completely random, but it was like,
So it's actually well documented. We just scroll up.
yeah. Gotta
right.
scroll up.
The notes are
really
very
it's
well
not. Discord, I believe, deletes messages that old.
taken. Oh.
I mean, it's not like we have paragraphs and paragraphs about, spell theory that took it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
that
try to make
definitely.
my post one long dissertation.
Right. There's not paragraphs. They're just one like brick of text. It's
Nah, bullet points. That's where
True.
it's at.
True.
I did remember during that whole text thing. That was like the only time I ever got excited. My phone went ding.
Ding, let's go.
It's like nowadays I hear my phone. I'm like, what do people want? Back then I was like, what are we doing?
Guys, don't worry. The text conversation is still there. Keep going. Well, I'll pull
Oh
it up.
wow.
So
Yeah, so I don't know what she's going to be like when she wakes up. I just wanted to give y'all a heads up.
I don't remember really anything from that night. Because I
mean-
think that's the night. Yeah, that's the night Karma made that storm, and that's when I got my magic.
Yep. I also
So you
remember when
woke
Karma was like, "I'll summon spirits. They'll make sure she doesn't leave."
And then they promptly left.
Which, thinking
I
back
say
on
that,
it,
and I just turn around and awkwardly look at Karma like,
maybe it wasn't Karma that caused the mana storm. I mean, obviously, Karma's got amazing power, and he created that storm. But Kyrie, she's also awakened now too, which Mason, you said she wasn't before.
I have no fucking clue.
So, I mean, we've got that similar astral spirit. We've got mundane to awaken. We have something similar here now.
I want to
Don't
look
know what
around.
it all means yet. Just putting it all on the table.
I want to look around the car and see if Jim is around.
Jim is still sort of just standing there in the astral.
Damn,
Does he have
never
his
mind.
seatbelt on?
Oh wait, so I see.
I'm gonna
I can
tell him
see
to
Jim,
buckle
right?
up.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, you guys both see him.
Is anybody in the? Oh wait, yeah, Travis. I'm just gonna look back and just kind of like, thanks, Jim, for not bucking up Kyrie. Appreciate that.
Also,
No reason to.
Yeah,
thanks
well.
for my body bag.
Hey, how close are we? Konami, did I miss my exit?
Let me see. I'm kind of like looking through because everything's boarded up. There's no actual windows, right? On this car?
It's well, at this point, like I would have like the really dark tinted, so it's like if you were to see out the window, you'd have to be like,
Okay, then I'm just gonna look at like GPS on my phone to be like, actually, not this one, but the next one. You're gonna take that exit, 2 lights down, hang a left.
okay,
Also, you're gonna park, so it's gonna be a left. Then there's gonna be like an old world fire hydrant that we're gonna drive past. Don't park at the fire hydrant because A, that's illegal if somebody needs to get there, and B, that's how they know you're a cop. All right, so you're gonna want to park like half a block down, and then when we get there, follow me. Let me do the talking. Trust.
okay.
These rules confuse me.
I
Feels like
forget that. I forget that none of you are actual gangers.
Yeah, gangs are hard. I don't
like
wanna
it.
Hardwire, I already told them about you without using names, so they should be kind of stoked to meet you. Don't tell anyone you're my favorite.
I don't like when people are excited to. I'm okay.
It's
I also
purely
heard
a,
you.
it's purely a good thing. Shut up, Mason. You love it.
That I'm not the favorite.
Yeah. You gotta earn my love, baby girl. Take this exit right here. Get this one.
You guys are able to hop off on the exit. and it's pretty close to the interstate. You guys are able to go ahead and pull over to the spot where Konami mentioned this is where you want to park because you're not a cop.
Yep.
You guys go ahead and park the vehicle there and make your way to the rat's nest. You guys see a large, almost mansion-like house at this point. There's a almost two houses set up next to it with that looks like a almost like a long hallway that connects the smaller house on the left to the larger house. Those two houses are now combined, and they have a single driveway that sort of does a U formation where you could tell there was two separate driveways that they made into a singular driveway. And no, obviously, connotation that there's some sort of gang or hideout, but you do see quite a few people sort of just hanging out on the on both of the houses patio, as well as you do see quite a few cars that are sort of parked around.
I would also like to point out the area itself is former like upscale housing development that rich people have since moved on from, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like not ramshackled together, but not built professionally, like the hallway between the houses and stuff like that. So there we go. So, yep. Everybody good? Guns, blades, magic hands, keep them to yourself for the time being. There's a time and place. Remember, I work here. Don't embarrass me.
You work here?
Yeah.
Would you work like the smoothie bar in the gang lab? What do you do?
But I'm all muscle all day, all night. Like, dang.
Yeah.
You're with us 24/7.
Where do you think I was during that year when I wasn't running with y'all?
They were bodyguarding for what's his CJ?
OP.
That's it.
Carl Fisher?
No. OP. The OP. The dude that crashed the dude that crashed the Matrix.
Wait,
That guy.
You're friends with
Friends with who?
Optimus Prime?
Oh my god. I'm gonna get out of the car. You transformer motherfucker.
I could be friends with Optimus Prime. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
from this
absolutely.
conversation?
Absolutely. You can be friends with Optimus Prime.
Like, does he like walk around in truck
I'm
form all
enjoying
day? How does it?
Konami, as you
if
step
he's
out of
in-
after you step out of the car, Konami, you instantly remember it's sunlight, it burns, and you begin to make off running
Yep.
to OP's portion of the rat's nest.
I'm gonna book it for like front door going ow 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 ow, and at the door any sort of guard I'm gonna go, let me in, you fuck, I'm burning.
They sort of just chuckle as they let you in, and they say, "Keep going, Fangs, keep going."
I'm gonna step inside the door and wait. Like wait for the rest of the group to come up. That way I can vouch for them at the door.
The rest of you guys do see that the two individuals that are currently posted up outside. One is a dwarf that has a decent amount of cyberware, from which you can tell. Seems to have a pretty. The dwarf themselves have a shaved head, almost like a metal plate on the back right corner where you see a data jack. And then you guys do see cyber eyes, as well as their right arm is cyber as well. And the troll, from what you can tell for the most part, has very little, if any, cyber at all. Definitely none that's sort of giving away any sort of indication that he has cyberware. but you see his hand sort of twitch every once in a while, almost as if there's like a glitch in his hand, but it looks natural.
Dobrik will go ahead and start unhooking Kyrie from the medkit and supplies now that she's stable. Look over to Mace. Do you want to take her in?
Already grabbing her. Like, as you're looking at the-
All right. As you guys begin to approach, those of you who are wanting to approach the rat's nest, the two gangers sort of outside look over to Ko. Does the boss know you're bringing dead meat around?
Last minute emergency, as you can see by the half dead girl in my compatriot's arms here. I have credits. I have means. Like, I was going to talk to boss about it.
It's cool. We're not Decepticons. You know.
Deceptive what?
Jacksepticons.
Wrong universe, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, alright. And you get in.
But I am going to point at, like, kind of gesture at Hawaii and go, also, that's the guy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to meet you. Make a perception test for me, Hardwire.
Oh, I don't do those.
I will allow you to roll a memory check.
Okay.
I'll allow...
I don't do that.
It's,
But I say I don't do those. I can't.
Exactly. Yeah. It's so absolutely loud in the rat's nest. Everyone can hear the music that's playing. Almost like rave live music. Very heavy synth wave. What'd you roll for that memory test there?
3.
Your song that you created, one of your first tracks, is currently playing inside of the rat's nest.
You should call your that's Dean's.
Have any royalties for this?
It's your B-side?
Yeah. But you guys are able to go ahead and all enter in. And even though the outside is very well put together, the inside, while still relatively nice, you do see sort of guns sort of laid up against the door and the walls. You see a lot of people sort of sitting around a table playing cards. You see drugs sort of just laid out on the tables. Loud music playing. Sort of just a little bit of everything. But one thing that does catch your attention is that there is a very well-kept atrium sitting in the very back.
And it's kind of been growing out, I would assume.
No, OP is actually making
Oh,
sure
really?
as he's now had people to do the work for him for the most part, besides running it, has some free time where he's taking in some of that. So they're still not perfectly well kept. But one thing you guys do notice, the plants that are throughout the house seem to move with you, and like sort of the head of the flower sort of follow and turn as you walk by. At first you think that you're seeing things, but no, this flower wasn't facing this way when I first walked in. As you guys sort of pass down, OP, I'm assuming you're heading and taking the crew to go see OP?
Yeah, and as we're headed that way, because I'm going to kind of wave them along and go, all right, hey, also, mind your manners in front of the plants. They do get offended.
Do they speak in city speak, whatever?
No, I'm going to like drop my voice a little bit and go, OP's a dryad. Like, super linked in with the plants around here. So,
You know what trolls and dorks were a minute ago. Now you're throwing what is a dread? A dry?
Oh, he's
You
like one
sort
of
of
the
see
plant
you see
people.
the plants sort of just shake their the head just back and forth.
It's fine. I'm strictly meat eatitarian.
A dryad. Yeah, a dryad. We all struggle with alcohol problems sometimes. A dryad, yeah, I get that.
Is he an alcoholic? I don't know if I feel like staying with an
You know
alcoholic.
what? You know what? How about you just stop talking before we get kicked out of a place that's fairly safe for the time being?
You got your fizz ads, your miss ads, and now we got the dryads.
Dryads. Which begs the question, where are the wet ads? You know what I mean?
Looking right at him.
Ew.
God damn it.
So, is the opposite of a dryad a necromancer?
No.
Dryads are just stick people, right?
Dry.
I'm
I'm gonna look at Karma and go, Dryads are us, but like different. They're like a different brand of elves.
Are you trying to say druid?
No.
How do you
We're
put a
not-
robot?
I
Didn't
don't
he
know
turn
what
into a
dryads
car
are.
or a semi truck at some point?
Oh
Can't
my
remember.
god.
At that
I
point, you
cannot
just
believe
hear
God
a
of your
very
plants.
familiar chuckle to you, Konami, as OP is sort of just standing behind, just arms crossed. Huh.
I better hear your best goddamn southern accent right now, you shit.
If you're talking to me, he is not given any sort of southern accent. As he doesn't know who these people are. So he's putting a face on.
All right.
Is this the leader of the Autobots?
The what?
So
It's
I
an
told
old cartoon
him-
joke.
yeah, I gave them your handle, and they said,
Why?
"Oh, like Optimus Prime," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, like Optimus Prime." And anyway, long story short, here, boss. Some big shit went real south real quick, and we had to scoot out of there one time for the one time, and I need a place to crash because this girl right here is about to crash hard, and I can't have another. I can't have another body on my count.
So we have someone crashing here, and you decide the best place is to bring him here and not a hospital?
No, no hospitals.
They're not crashing anymore.
They're stable.
Yeah.
Are they stable
So-
or are they crashing hard? Those are two
They're-
very different things.
She crashed hard, is now stable.
Gotcha. Okay.
Words meaning you. Da.
Yep. Yep. Here, and he goes ahead and pulls a key card out and hands it to you, Ko. She can go up there and rest up there. And for all of you who don't know, before you, OP is very well dressed, tan, a little tan, and skin seems a little dry, but not too bad. But elvish, and as he walks by, you see the plants sort of straighten up a little bit and almost seem to come alive a little bit more around him. But very well mannered, speaks very well, very proper English. Definitely interesting for a gang leader to be and dress so well in almost corporate like. But you don't see any sort of corporate or feel like there's any corporate background, but I definitely feel as they would be corp. Please take her up there. She can rest upstairs, and we can speak about what this will cost for you earlier or later.
All right. Yeah. So I'm assuming that you're not going to let go of Kyrie, so I'll like help get her upstairs. I kind of show you the way.
Okay.
And look at everybody else and go, don't touch anything. Don't. Again, I work here. Thank you.
Is there a place to eat around here?
OP will go ahead and sort of give you a pat on the back. Please follow me. My kitchen is your kitchen, friend.
I'm gonna stick with Optimus Prime.
That's a very soon to be empty kitchen.
I would like to see him try.
It's not the first time that's been rated like that.
Right. As you go ahead and go into the kitchen, you see multiple people, probably about 5 or 6 people, sort of standing around an island. But they have like 3 or 4 fridges that are put next to each other. A couple different stoves that are put there. Definitely housing multiple people that are staying. As you open up one of the fridges, something that is very interesting when OP opens one of the fridges. Opens it, you see what looks like a makeshift bomb. Just sort of picks it up and moves it, and grabs like a couple things for sandwiches and tosses it on the counter. Goes ahead, moves the bomb back to its location and shuts the fridge door.
The rats go hard, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, was that microwave safe?
The sandwich, yeah, it should be.
Whatever. I saw the whatever that was you moved, but
I'm
not here to say anything.
I mean, it's a keepsake at this point. Absolutely harmless, but has memories. Has back to a simpler time.
None of my business.
Unlike you.
What kind of sandwiches you got?
And he goes ahead and just sort of tosses out just a couple of containers of assorted meats, and some sort of bread.
Ask if he's got any lettuce.
You have a what's it called? Shoot. Got any lettuce, onion, tomato, LTO?
Talk about garden?
Garden. That's another way to put it.
Sure. I think so. Yeah, if you go into the atrium, head to the very back left corner, I think there should be some left.
Cool. Is it cool if I just stay here for a minute? And it might take me a while to build perfection.
Take your time. As a sandwich connoisseur myself, I completely understand.
Do you like anything?
What I know, I'm good, thank you. Though just 8.
I can make it the Karma Special. Leave it next to your car bomb.
Sure, please.
It's a
That
French
would be
bomb at this point.
that would be wonderful. Thank you.
All right, I'll put your name on it.
Okay. As he goes ahead, Hardwire, where are you in this shit show of a move, as well as you, Dobrik? I know some of you went upstairs with Konami. I didn't know if anyone went with the kitchen with OP and Karma, or if you guys are sort of standing around in the living room at this point.
I'm looking for some food. I'm with Karma.
Okay.
Where was the music playing, and was it like loud-ish or just?
There's speakers.
No.
You look in the corner. There's sort of speakers that are implanted in the ceiling that they're playing the music from.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, as they break off, I'd say, yeah, get me something nice to eat. I'll catch up in a second. Go find a semi-secluded corner, some place where I don't think I'm going to be overheard, and then call that number back.
Okay. The only place that you seem to find that is secluded is the atrium. So you go ahead and get there, and it's quiet, it's peaceful. You have the sun coming in through the glass, and it's a little bit warmer in there than it is in the rest of the building, as well as, and just in Seattle in general. But it's quiet, it's peaceful. You hear there's speakers that are playing that you hear like birds chirping. Obviously, you look around, you see where the birds would be. There's no birds there, but has an ambiance to it. In the middle, you do see there is a makeshift looking throne that's sort of placed in the middle of the atrium, but it's very, very tasteful. But you see that it is serves to be the only room so far that has no one in here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just kind of walk around a little bit, give the once over. Don't sit on the throne, but like just inspect it a little bit, just a little weird, but nice and tasteful. And then I will go ahead and give them a call back.
Um, a couple of moments go by, and on this, about what you think would be the third ring right before it hangs up. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien.
That's all I know.
We can go with English if that's a preferred language for you. Have you thought more about my offer?
I mean, I've thought about it, but you said you had something that might sweeten the pot.
Yes. I was able to find some information for you that I feel like might be helpful.
Information on what?
We have people that have certain skills on going through people's pasts. And when you use shady individuals, you get shady results. Meet in back alleys when there's a decker, muscle, and next thing you know, there's a news story about 2 that are killed in that same alley.
I mean, yeah, it looks like you know a little bit about my past, but what's that got to do with today?
What if I told you that information had an answer?
I'd be willing to listen.
And I'm just making sure, just so you know, that I'm not just pulling your leg and talking. The name Krina, have anything important to you?
Yeah.
From what I told, she was a very kind soul, caring, but Vitus got the better of her. Am I heading the right way?
In the right direction. You saying you've found the person who is responsible?
Feeling who's responsible may be too definitive, but the person that you were inquiring about that evening, I have their location, and it would be interested in selling it to you.
I can't give you the whole thing, but I may be willing to part with some blood if that is what you're after.
It's a good beginning.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I trust your capabilities, and maybe after this is over, we can continue forward. But this is a good beginning, is it not?
I would agree. Um. So. Um. For. You know what? I'll provide you this information, and once you find it to be fruitful, if you do, again, the original offer still stands. The hospital is yours. No ties for the full thing. But I think a couple of ounces of blood will be just fine for this information.
I mean, I might need a little bit more than this information if I'm willing to act upon it. Um, anything else you can do to sweeten this part? I mean, some seed money. I I mean, I don't know where he's at, but it might take some time to get there. Some resources.
Of course, of course. I would like to meet in person to be able to discuss this. Open and calls, people may be listening, even if we're not intending them to be. When is a good chance for us to meet? Maybe say at your hospital.
When?
I'm around. I'm doing a audit, if you will. So I will be around the hospital for the next couple of days. The sooner, the better, as I know what their location is for the upcoming weekend. But beyond that, he may be another ghost.
I'll let you know when I'm in the office.
I'll be waiting to hear from you, Dobrik.
Hasta luego, De La Rosa.
Adios.
Heated, bro. Heated, bro.
I know.
Heated.
You don't understand yet. You don't understand.
Seething, my guy.
As you finish with that phone call, you turn around and sort of standing in the doorway. The doors are now shut to the atrium. And on the other side of the door, you sort of see OP.
Other character.
Oh shit, man!
I didn't know you were here.
Saw it.
OP standing with their back against the door, but on the outside, as if he heard you were having a conversation and shut the doors.
I'll go up to the door that he's on the other side of. Open up. I appreciate it. What is this little throne area? Very unique.
That's where I sit. It's really about it. People, when they come and talk to you, depending where you're sitting, you may have a different impression. And I'm all about first impressions. And what more than a dryad sitting in an atrium with a throne to sit upon?
I like it. Like I said, very impressed. Again, you're very courteous. You don't have to provide the hospitality that you have shown us so far, but it's definitely noted.
As you mentioned that he is a bit of a taller elf, so he does, not to be rude, but does squat down to you. Be careful with what you're about to do.
I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
I can sense that. But I also know that last name holds power to people that you're working with. And just don't let the two get crossed is all I'm saying.
A lot of people have that name. But again, everything you've done, much appreciated.
He sort of bows down and sort of puts his hand off to the side as if gesturing, and then sort of moves over and plops down on his chair and sort of just sits with his feet one leg crossed over the other, almost just waiting. But definitely seems to lean his head back a little bit, take a deep breath, and they seem to be very at peace.
I take my thing and I stab him.
Right. It's an option. No.
Kidding.
But definitely seem to be at peace with what's... he has going on there. You're able to exit the atrium, and again the sound of boom 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 picks back up. And it was almost soundproof when you were in there. Like the glass itself was very thick. And when the doors are shut, you heard nothing of the outside party. But as soon as you opened it up, the sound just sort of bled in. As he goes ahead and leaves, you see the door. You see a couple of vines sort of begin to shut the door behind you, and then grow back and lay. As the doors are now shut to the atrium.
Yeah, they definitely meant druid.
As this is going on, Hardwire Karma, you guys do finish up making your sandwiches and able to eat. And as this is going on, Konami and Mason, you guys head to the second floor. Loud music still continue to blare. A couple of the hallway lights aren't working, so it seems a little bit darker in here, even though you have some of the daylight shining in through a window in the hallway. There's a couple of rooms, but one of them, there are 3 total rooms up there. 2 of them have keycard access. Konami, the very last one is OP's, and you doubt he would give you the keycard for that one.
I'm just gonna go. All right, right here, and use the key card on the room on the right.
It'll go ahead and beep beep, and then the door sort of unlocks a little bit, opens just the smallest amount.
And I'll push to the door and kind of hold it open for Mason.
As you go ahead and open it and layer there, it almost looks like the cleanliness of the inside of a hospital. Definitely where they would go ahead and take care of someone who is on extended injury or something like that. Konami, you've never been inside this room before, but you would assume this is probably where OP or someone of a higher ranking within the rats, if they were to get injured, that didn't have a street doc, they'd be just taken care of here. And probably for, without any puns, an arm and a leg. Probably be owed to OP and the rats for a extremely long time. But it is very well kept, well put together. Definitely has that sterile smell to it. And you guys are able to go ahead and layer down. You do see there's multiple medical equipment. You guys don't exactly know what it does, but there is multiple different doodads sort of in the room. But you can absolutely lay her down here. You do hear the sound of the music still going on the outside again, but it's definitely a muffled noise as you guys go ahead and shut the door behind you.
I want to, as we're leaving the room, I want to kind of nudge Mason and go, so I'm all for finding, your person in life, but, what's your deal with her, man? You guys have been at least around each other for a long-ass time, right?
Yeah, I met her in high school.
Damn.
Just stuck. If she'll take me romantically, then I think of her like a future girlfriend and her wife. If not, then little sister I will die for. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm going to kind of
Step, bro.
What are you doing, step bro?
I'm going to take a couple steps. I'm going to take a couple steps in front of Mason, turn around and walk backwards, and tip my imaginary hat and go, "Ma Mason," and walk off.
If this was normal, I would be I would try to pursue her romantically, but I can't possibly imagine if she's you're a fucking vampire. Yeah, it's kind of not really fair.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
I mean,
Think about that. Think
Right.
about that.
I'll allow it.
I do take the sarcastic fake hat tip back, but have you even talked to her about it?
No, she fucking got kidnapped.
Again, another fair point.
But in all the time that she lived out on the farm with you, you never once were like, "Hey, what up, girl?" Like, not even one time for the one time. You never knew her in the biblical sense, anything like that. Like,
They're just roommates, man.
No. Well, she didn't live with me for the longest time. She only started living with me like when you guys started living with me, to be honest. So we never really had like alone time. Like we had alone time, but it was like I was either going to war, working on the farm. She did have boyfriends between then. And I had to pretend like I was cool with it.
oh man, I'm gonna send a text to the rest of the party that just says, "Heads up, our boy Mace down bad and don't know."
Yikes.
I'm like 32 at this point. I can at least promise you I'm not a 32-year-old virgin. So there's that.
So,
I mean, first off,
But it has been a while.
It's been a while.
This one time.
been a while
Right.
since I knew anyone like that. It's been a while.
All right. As you go ahead and swipe the key
there's a
card.
party going on in this. What are we? Are we in a house? Or are we in a?
Yeah, it's just a large house. So when you guys were pulling up, there's two rather large houses next to each other that are connected by some sort of tunnel. But you did notice there was in between the two tunnels, or in between the tunnel between the two houses, there was roughly about 5 headstones that were listed there.
Oh, I don't care about dead people.
That breaks my heart. Oh my god, no. Okay. Coming down
But
from
there is
downstairs.
a party.
Yeah, there
I
is a
mean-
party going on.
As far as you would probably be able to tell, yeah, there's a party. As far as Open would know, it's just another work day.
Because let me tell you, like, you don't just play my songs while you're working. Like that's just not.
That's not what I
That's
made
not the
these
type of
for.
music I make. Yeah.
I want to go
I can think of a
find.
real good way to not be sad anymore, and usually that way is partying because I'm me. So
True.
I
we
want to
need
go
get
find
Mason
Hardwire. I
Uh,
want to go find Hardwire and go, "I need to show you something." And take him like, yeah. He's like, exactly.
You come into the room and my ear is against a wall. I'm like,
So I'm just gonna like put my hands on your shoulders and like direct you into the next room and point at like the audio system and be like, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sandwich in hand, I'm following you guys.
Yes. As you go ahead and walk up to the audio system, it looks like they have someone's comlink sort of just jacked into the audio system.
Oh no, they don't.
You're on.
They just put
You're
an
on.
iPod on shuffle.
No, you're on Spotify, my guy. They have the premium.
No, this isn't a party.
Ad breaks. Ad
This
breaks
is
included.
sad.
Watch
So
this
they paid-
video for 30 minutes of
they paid for premium. It's fine.
I don't have any of my gear here. It's all at the hotel, which we should go back to at some point in the next day or so.
Yeah. Which is like while looking at it, go. So some dudes around here are actually some pretty big fans. Didn't know it was you before, but some dudes are real big fans of the stuff that you put down. So just wanted to let you know, maybe we could do something while we're here. You could do a set. You could probably talk them into some money for a set.
Well, I'm not all about the money. That's more my manager. But I will start putting together the set list that I was thinking about for the party. I'll start it won't be as good because I don't have my equipment. It's not going to be as hype, but I will put together a set list, and I'm just gonna put in my own shit and then walk away. And it's my newest unheard album, and I'm just gonna play it like back to back.
Uh,
And I'm gonna walk away, and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be a part of the party.
Like what you were working on at the hotel.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Easy enough to go ahead and look into this without having to jack your own stuff in. Their comlink was literally unlocked, so you're able to just like through the matrix, just sort of drag and drop into the playlist. And the next song sort of ends and goes into a new set, and all of them, everyone sort of looks around. But you do notice like everyone sort of just starts getting crazy hype over it.
I want that one guy in the back who's like, old stuff was better. This is dog shit.
You sold out.
Sold out, absolutely. But where everyone was before, sort of just listening to it and sort of continuing to do their own work, people begin to partake in different drinks, different sort of drugs that are sort of just laying around, and then and,
No, that was actually my nose was itchy. Really bad timing. Oh man.
or really good if you're Karma. But people start getting up and sort of just dancing in the middle of this living room. But you see roughly about 20 or 50 or 20 to 50, 25 individuals sort of just having, I wouldn't call it like a hard mosh because again, there's stuff lying around, there's guns and things, but it's definitely in between, like about a medium mosh. But you do notice sort of, right, a medium mosh, exactly. You do notice
Weird.
OP sort of poke his head through and just sort of slouching up against the wall and just watching it all happen.
Karma's gonna take a dose of Zen.
Okay, let's go.
Just find a place to like take it in while we got this seemingly bit of downtime.
Sure. Anything anyone else wants to do before we fast forward?
I want to find. We don't have to like role play it out or anything like that, but I just kind of want to find OP or one of the because OP's the boss, but maybe just like one of the dudes in like upper management, I guess you'd call it. And just kind of check in, kind of give them the rundown on what's good with me and that I may or may not be available for the coming few days, just in case, because I have this Kyrie situation unfolding.
Yeah. As you sort of watch everyone begin to party Konami, you do notice, you get the feeling that you're being watched, and you turn and instantly sort of look towards the atrium. And like I said, you do see OP sort of arms crossed with a half smirk on his face, sort of enjoying it. Konami or OP is he's very charged and very strict because he has to be, but you do know that the Rats is like a family to him. So to see his family sort of flourish and be able to enjoy themselves, you can definitely see that amount of, I guess, pride sort of on their face. But he notices you and like nods his head over, where you definitely can let him know that you may be available with this Kyrie thing going on, but just to give you a heads up, and he'll go ahead and just sort of let you know nothing's being in the works right now, but we might have something that could pay off this debt of having her upstairs.
All right. And one last thing before I dip and find mine again, the like weedy shy kid I'm with, you know who that is, right? That's the dude that's Particle.
I heard.
Yeah, that's the guy. So Get in the meet and greet while you can, but just no sudden moves. He's skittish.
You choose the most extraordinary people to be around. I just want to let you know.
I live a great life. What am I telling you? Anyway,
Dobrik will sneak up behind Ko. Hey, ask him about the slap patch. Slap patch.
nah, it'll happen when it happens.
All right, sounds good. Forget it.
yeah, you're good. Anyway, rat life, for life, nest or nothing. Other catchphrases. I'll catch you later. Bye. And I'm like, just gonna like finger guns and walk away.
He gives you the finger in his back as you begin to walk back towards the living room. But, yes, you guys have a few days of downtime for what it seems to be, at least while Kyrie is recovering. Just what do you guys
I'll
want to
pose
go ahead and do?
question to the group. Do we want to head back to the Sheraton to get our stuff?
Yes.
Are we allowed back in there? I know we kind of made an impression when we left.
Do they know it was
Well,
us?
we have our card keys. Maybe just sneak in. A couple of us.
I'm not the stealthiest, but I would be okay with that.
Do like a physical mask, and hopefully no one catches on.
Let me see. I mean, I am pretty nimbly bimbly like a cat, if you know what I mean.
I guess we can go at night.
That would be preferred. I'm gonna point to like a burn on my arm. It's like it's not fun.
Yeah, we'll just try to stick to the shadows more often. Today was kind of impulse. Not impulse, I guess. We had to act quickly, but it paid off at the end. Hardwired, did you still want to do your show there, or are we going to cancel that one, move it anywhere else?
Oh, it's okay. Some people showed up and didn't find it, but that just increases the exclusivity of my performances, so it's fine.
Move it here.
I already have.
Wait, this is the set. Damn, this.
You know that's right.
Pretty dope. Baller move, if I do say so myself.
First off, I applaud you on your business acumen, and second, this slaps.
I only make things that slap.
I'll say really loud. My boy Particle only makes beggars.
When you say that, everyone sort of just cheers and yells. But they definitely seem to be respecting those of the people that do know are definitely respecting that he is not in uniform, I should say. So definitely are observing the fact that, but you every so often, Hardwire, you are looking over and people are like chatting, pointing over, and then they'll go back into what they're doing. So you definitely have the recognition, but people are just sort of putting that distance and respect, like, hey, they're not performing, they're just here on whatever they're doing.
And then some people may be a bit confused because at this point I've transitioned to the role of like bartender, and I'm just like handing out drinks, being friendly, saying hi to people. That's it.
I'm also very confused because I've never seen Hardwire work this well socially.
You want to start your own bar, man, or something?
I have one.
You have your own bar?
Yeah.
Why aren't we there?
What did you do with your year?
I didn't die. That's what I did with my year. What's it like to not actively be hunted?
It's pretty great.
Hardware's like, have you heard about investing?
I feel like all of my new yen has a trace on it.
100%. So, as you guys go at night, I guess, is there anything you guys want to do during the day prior to going? Because it's roughly like 1:30 in the afternoon. Because you guys did have a very early morning and been very busy this morning. So it's roughly like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Is there anything you guys want to go ahead and do before we fast forward to tonight?
I just want to vibe with this Zen real quick. You know,
How long's the high?
about an hour. I rolled 5 on a d6, so 50 minutes.
Well, that's not bad.
And I'm just in a trance-like state, just taking in the music and the lights and hanging out at the club,
Hey,
eating sandwiches.
hey, Karma, I heard that the bass hits infinitely better if you find a good wall to like lean against or hug.
The bass hits like slow motion
Yeah.
from a wave in the ocean.
Hey, but take some breaths, drink some water, you're gonna be okay. Enjoy yourself, but take care of
That's
yourself.
literally
my
what
guy.
Karma's just doing. It's just.
Dobrik will actually head over to Hardwire and just get me a beer. Give me a drink.
You got it.
I wasn't so out of it right now. I'd make a
And,
comment.
If I wasn't enjoying Karma being just stoned out of his gourd, I would be involved in this.
You know,
Then,
Mason was just not, busy caring for people.
Right.
He probably wouldn't say anything because he doesn't know religion.
True. And then he'll just find a table or bench and just sit down with the cup in front of him. Not going to drink it. Just, maybe pick it up a couple times, look at it, put it down. But, yeah.
I'm gonna take out a pair of like glasses
Uh-huh.
that have AR in them.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go put them on Karma, and you are about to experience why they call me Particle as I start an elaborate light show where things start dissolving and turning into particles and then coming back together. That syncs with the music, and I'm just gonna let you enjoy that.
Sounds like a bad trip.
Well, it sounds like a great time. Are you kidding me?
No, it's a good trip. I made sure it was a good trip.
Stay away from bad thoughts. Your head is not an orange, okay?
I'm getting peeled.
Bad
On
thought.
the other side.
Bad thought.
Yeah. After a few minutes, though, I will take the drink, head upstairs, and then knock on a door or two until I find the right one.
Number what?
Mace,
Oh, to me.
you in there?
I'm just gonna poke. I'm like, this one.
Take.
What's up?
I guess the show that we were gonna have, Particle, just started dropping it downstairs. I didn't want you to miss out on the fun.
Cool.
Brought you
Before
this.
you continue, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Did I fuck that up? And I'm gonna point at the IV that's sticking in her arm.
Do you have any biotech skill?
Do I get an advantage because I did look at quite a few tutorials?
Roll a memory check for me.
Oh my god.
Well, it's got to be like a YouTube, just step by step. Come on, all right.
Is
Pinch
there like a
here.
software?
You gotta
Yeah,
palpate for the you
can-
gotta palpate for the vein.
right. Or you can just buy an auto soft that just does it.
Too bad he doesn't have any sort of med.
One hit. Do you don't have a biotech skill, do you?
No.
Go ahead and roll that logic plus that one hit you got.
God dang it! There we go.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Originally, I was one hit, but I accidentally hit one extra dice, so I was like, no, I gotta hit 3.
You killed her.
As he pointing to it, you definitely see the IV is in the arm. But what you do notice, one, there's no fluid going to it. It's just an IV. But it's not hitting a vein. It's just in the flesh. just sort of there. So there's just like a needle sticking in their arm. There's obviously it's not
attached to
connected to
anything?
anything, but it's just a needle, like an IV tip, just sort of in the arm.
Oh yeah, the no fluid thing. I'd realized that, and I was too scared to actually connect fluid because I was worried it would just like expand in there because I fucked it up.
Is this your first time?
Oh, medical, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, medical? Yeah, absolutely.
You've got promise, kid. You've got promise. Then I'll kind of finagle a little bit. It's like, yeah, this is kind of close. I'll give some pointers here. I'll pay do whatever. Medical jargon stuff until you get bored out of your mind. And then that's when you can finally hook it up, make sure it's at the right level. You don't want to drip too fast, too slow. Yeah.
Got it. I forgot everything.
Easy enough. You've definitely spent enough time. I'm not going to make you roll to know what IV is. You know, you are a doctor.
Thank you.
So that means he calls a nurse to do it.
Exactly.
I haven't done one of these in years.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I can do that. Oh shit.
Oh God, help! I'm in
Back to my
danger.
Somebody ask spirit.
You're able to right, summon spirit for it. Able to definitely get her hooked up to an IV. But it's interesting. At this point, you would think that she would have some sort of at least in and out consciousness to her. But she hasn't woken up yet. It's only been about an hour and a half, so definitely some time ahead. But it's just something to note that there has been absolutely like no sort of movement, either whether it's a reflex or anything like that, that you've seen from Kyrie.
So Dobrik, I've been staring at her because, to be honest, there's nothing. There's nothing for him. I have,
Not creepy.
you know, I can see in the astral plane, and I've been trying to do that thing you guys call a sensing, but to be honest, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I just see magical mumbo jumbo floating around her, or off of her. What's going on here? Was she okay? Magically? Can you not be okay magically? I guess vampire's not okay magically.
That's more of a disease-ish type thing. I mean, yeah, I checked her out magically back there, but it was kind of a little bit high stress situation. Let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and reascend, see if I can pick up on anything.
Sure.
Can you also see how long she's been woken? Not asleep?
I speak language.
4 hits again on the sensing test, so I didn't learn anything new. I mean, unless there's something different now than what it was before.
Yeah, let me.
Looking at it differently than I did before, so I can't tell. Also, I couldn't tell even if she's awoken back then. She could have been a grand wizard for all I know. I can't see it. I couldn't see back then.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sensed her prior to earlier today too, so I couldn't tell you whether or not if she had a secret double life that she was living and never told you about. But no, I can't tell when she was awakened or how long she was like this. I can tell you power magic level 7 is greater than mine. And I've been doing this for a while. So she's either... And then again, there's that manipulation spell, which I don't have that one in my repertoire. I don't know what it does or how it affects the body. I can look into it for you. I mean, I've got some resources. I'll try to figure it out. But I mean, if that's Kyrie's magic and it's level 7, she may have been awoken for a while. We just didn't know it, or there's something very powerful and possibly very dangerous going on behind the scene.
Now,
Real quick,
back in
you
my-
have
yep, oh.
you have knowledge and arcana and all that fun stuff, right?
Yes.
You would know, especially because you have the biotech skill. For her magic to be 7, as well as having uh, tech involved.
Oh, that's right. She did have a cyberjack implant.
It'd be even more difficult with a jack involved.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, very, very magical or powerful magic that's going on within her. Like I said, more power than mine. And I mean, you kind of remember how Ko was before the whole vampire thing when they started to do the blood stuff, and they were complaining about how they couldn't have more magic ability because of all the cybernetics going on.
Yeah.
basically, the more of yourself, your soul that's missing, the harder it is to tap into that one. And then, I mean, it looks like Kyrie's got at least a data jack implant, maybe some other stuff that I couldn't diagnose earlier. But for her to have magic greater than mine and have some implants, something crazy powerful is happening.
So how long do you think it'll take for her to get up?
How long do I think it'll? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to tell. Usually, after being unconscious, I mean, she was able to at least walk to the car. After getting some fluids back in her and everything, I would at least expect some type of, not necessarily responsiveness, but some in and out of consciousness. Has she shown anything like that since you've been up here?
Has she shown anything like that? Step it up here.
No, has not really moved. Even after you pricked her arm a couple of times trying to get this IV right, did not seem to move or flinch.
At what point do we throw some ice water on her?
We don't want to shock her system. It is a little bit concerning that we haven't seen anything happen yet, but that could just be the magic taking effect. I'll go ahead and I'll cast Diagnose again just to see if I can score better.
I do apologize, but I just was reading over something here. And when you sense her, you see almost like a layer over her. Not just the manipulation spell that you're looking at, but now that you're not actively in combat and you're having the moment to be able to really take a look at it, it almost looks like a mask is over her. You see 2 different auras on top of each other.
It's not a physical mask, though.
No, it's not a physical mask, no.
So I do see a Kyrie's aura and a Penelope's aura.
Yes, you do see 2 separate auras that are currently taking place here. And the one for Kyrie is mundane.
Do we know the other one?
Dobrik knows the other one. He's seen it before.
That another one.
It was Isabel's aura.
Isabel.
3rd time's the charm.
we got
Isabel's
there.
aura.
Only there's someone who knew who could read minds.
This is strange. You know how Karma does like the physical mask, make himself turn into hot Karma?
Yeah.
Imagine
like
that.
Don't say it like this.
Imagine that on the astral level. She is being covered in Isabel's aura. That one little girl who wasn't a little girl that we found in a box.
So, is that Isabel or is that Kyrie?
It is Kyrie.
Okay.
And Kyrie is not awakened. I was able to. it was hard, but I had to kind of dig in deep, and she is inside of there. Her aura, her soul, is still in there, and she is well. But whatever is layered over her, so to speak, this Isabel, her magical aura, this is the I don't know. It's causing whatever magic level I'm saying. It's might be causing what's taking a longer recovery as well. It's stuff I haven't dabbled in yet. I can't give you a definitive answer on how long she'll be out. I mean, if I had to guess, would you say, Josh, earlier? Maybe a few days, at least. Or would you like me to make a biotech test?
Roll logic plus intuition, because this is going to be a little bit of biotech versus maybe something to do magically as well.
Gotcha. 8 hits.
8 hits.
I'm buffed up on both right now.
The beating that Kyrie took, you would probably expect, most patients would, if there was no brain damage involved, would probably wake up either later today or some point tomorrow. If you're looking at, brain damage, then if they're in a coma, who knows? Sort of hard to tell. Especially if she's not getting much responses, it's a little concerning. Because even though you would, you could test reflexes and see if they reflect, but as of right now, they could just be reflexes. Maybe at some level, Kyrie's still there, but it's also the possibility of maybe something magical is going on that's keeping her suppressed. Not exactly sure.
From earlier what I checked, she just had some broken bones, some stuff like that, a few ribs here and there, which those should, just recover in time. What I'm worried about is that she may be in some type of magical coma, and I don't know how long that would take. Again, with this Isabel Penelope person, maybe we have to find her first before this gets lifted, or we at least have to find some more information about what's going on. I don't want to scare you. I'm giving you all I know.
We don't have like an MRI or a scan machines. Maybe her insides are messed up. Is there any way we can magically fix that? Because I know conventional meds.
Dobrik, roll a perception check for me.
We can maybe get her to an MRI machine at the hospital. 2.
You notice there's an MRI machine right above the bed, but he doesn't know what medical equipment is.
I don't know. We could probably move your body in it. That's it. That's what we need.
Once you get a good look around, there is a portable X-ray there as well. MRI, sort of like the whole 9 yards for an emergency room. This has it. You feel very comfortable in this space. It is its own personal hospital room.
What the fuck is this place? Did OP say what this room is?
I don't know. You figure it out. I'm gonna go get us more drinks because you're stuck here for a while.
Have fun. I'm just gonna run the full gambit, X-rays, do whatever. Just have a full diagnostic, physically, of what I can see.
All right, go ahead and roll biotech for me, please. Unfortunately, you would not be able to use your scalpel to get the bonus for this.
Damn it!
I know.
All right. It's a scalpel. I'll use it for something.
I'll use it to move the MRI machine.
I'll just push the run button with it.
Yes. Get my bonus.
Karma's going to text the whole group a GIF of Neon Cat with the rainbow and saying, anyone else want to ride the bass wave?
Apparently, I just got a text from Mason asking if this place has a slushy machine.
Yeah. While this is going on, as you go ahead and get ready to leave the room, Mason, you see a shorter individual, not as quite as stocky as Dobrik, a little bit thinner, definitely sort of like stumbling a little bit, but trying to just sort of play it off. As you have the door open and Dobrik is in the background working with the MRI machine. You know him? And she like points to Dobrik.
I hope. Do I know you?
No. Ko does. Oh.
Ko knows a lot, so that's not saying a lot.
Oh. I guess that's fair. They're sort of popular out here. Is he single? Or is he seeing the lady that he's scanning?
I mean, physically he can't see her right now, but romantically, I can't say for sure, but probably. Yep. I mean,
Probably seeing her romantically?
Probably single.
Oh,
probably
oh.
single. Probably single.
Oh,
But I vote we take another crack at this when you're sober and it's not. I don't know what time it is. Later, like when you wake up. Here, give me your comm link.
Here.
It's fine. Here. Okay, cool. Thank you. Just gonna put my information in it and set an alarm for 8 hours that says call Mason. And be like, there you go.
That's
I
gonna
will
go
see
off
you.
at the worst time.
I'm just gonna be like, where is your room? Not creepy wise. You need some sleep.
Why? There's a kick-ass party going down on stairs.
You are wasted. And I'm not saying that because you want that hunk of a man. I'm saying it because you legit look wasted.
Does he not like that?
He's a classy gent, so I don't know.
I'm gonna go and sit downstairs, but you put a good word in for me. When she like gets real close to her phone, Mason.
I will use words in your direction. Yes.
Perfect. And she sort of just like begins to haphazardly like walk and stumble down the stairs. Not like stumble, but make her way down the stairs.
I'm just like, hey, what's your name?
And she doesn't know who you're talking to, so she's just on her way down.
Okay. We'll set a reminder in my phone to tell Dobrik about a cute little dwarf girl. Set.
All right. You go downstairs, and there is an absolute rager going on downstairs. People are just wasted on more than one level. You even see in the corner 2 people just sort of like laid back with their head up against the wall. But they have a cord that's sort of routed into a larger CPU. And everyone's just sort of listening to this womp 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 sound that's going on right now.
That's a club hit right there.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
DMCA, that's my song
my
perfectly.
Bad.
Be careful.
By the way, when Hardwire offered me the whole particle experience, I would have offered him the whole Zen experience as well,
Ooh.
if he wanted to partake.
I haven't used drugs, particularly on the job.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to hand you a... I'm not exactly how sure the drug looks, but I'm just going to assume it's a joint-looking drug. Because it's an inhalation vector. So
I would say either
So
that
probably like a popper?
or a popper, one of the two. An inhaler or... Probably realistically more an inhaler because it'd probably be cheaper to make, honestly.
Just like
Yeah. I'm gonna a particle or a hardwire hasn't partaken in drugs, but has been around them enough that like it's time to start considering it. And I mean, no harm is coming to any of the people that I've seen, so I pocket that shit.
So I pocket it.
Yeah, I got other things right now, but
Right.
we're gonna talk about.
oh man.
Go up to the bar and be like, "Hey, did you just what the fuck did you just put in your pocket?"
I'll pull it out. I'm an idiot.
Well,
I'm not
no.
an idiot,
At this
but I pull it
point,
out.
this is while they're having the conversation, because this is when the glasses were being given. So, after that,
All of my mom sense just went off. Like, no, put it. What are you doing?
right.
Yeah.
No,
Get that out of your mouth.
I can't help Karma because Karma's a lost cause, but not my sweet hardwire.
I was hoping Josh was gonna be like, Mason, you walk up and you see
absolutely not.
Hardwire puts it in his mouth, and I was gonna be like, no.
Just no.
Maybe if it was a vampire bite, but
Right.
drugs are off the limits.
Right.
Vampire bites are only for emergencies.
Circumstantial.
When you get down the stairs, you see that that girl that you were asking about sort of just passed out on the couch. But as the party goes on, you're able to go ahead and see Karma just sort of vibing with some glasses on. On the
Ride
other
the wave.
right. Hardwire, what are you doing during this time? And same with you, Ko.
I'm kind of hanging out near Hardwire. He seems to be in an okay element, but at the same time, I want to be able to buffer for him if need be.
I'm trying to keep busy. I've learned that in these social circumstances, particularly when like people start suspecting, I'm familiar with these side glances of like, is that who I think it is? Right? Like, because there are some like images of like, ooh, maybe this is
Right.
what Particle's persona is. But I've noted that if you just keep busy and act as if you like belong here in a different capacity, like giving out drinks and like handing out glasses and stuff like this, people don't generally talk to you, and so I've just been like, I've basically been bartending the whole night.
Yeah. So during this point, Ko, you sort of weirdly see just like Hardwire sort of passing out glasses stuff, making very short, like, oh, hey, yeah, have fun. It's just sort of passing out. And then you notice that the glances, Hardwire, begin to teeter off. And you get to the point. That was an interesting one. Oh, boy. Where That's
what Dobrik looks like in my head now.
wow.
I hate that it extends.
It's just full of blood. That's the difference.
I don't like it. Ko, you have
Anyway.
one of your people walk over to you. I thought you said that was Particle. Particle should be like up there doing music, not handing out drinks. Are you sure that's him?
100%. I mean, did you not see him drop the playlist in the phone? Oh, over there in the comm link? Like,
No.
I hung out with him for like 3 days while he's putting this stuff together. Dude's wild.
So like, what's it? He's known globally. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
How's it being security for that? Like, why are you still here? Don't you make enough doing that?
I mean, I do both. You got to get out. You got to see the world sometimes, The world's bigger than Seattle.
I mean, maybe, but I just
Look.
don't see why you're slumming it with us if you got security
Well,
for a superstar over there, man.
Nah. Slumming it with y'all ain't even slumming it. Because, like, doing global security, like world tour level security, is different than going and knocking wiener heads together. You know what I mean? That sounds dirty, but you know what the hell I'm saying.
Yep, I know what you're saying, man.
you got sauced up, and I think you should start trying to put some water in your body instead of all the alcohol and drugs.
You're a mom. And he just turns around and just goes back to the party.
At least take some aspirin.
Yeah, let's pretend like that's probably exists here.
It looks like there's a pharmacy on the table. There's got to be at least an ibuprofen somewhere.
Maybe. Maybe mix
Probably
in with the
not.
Coke.
Did someone need some painkillers?
Right. Pills here. Roughly, you know, as you're looking around, getting some, Mason, you are able to come down. You see Hardwire sort of passing out drinks. Ko just finished talking to someone and get called a mom. Karma's just part of the party with some glasses on and moving their arms in weird ways. But, I mean, it is what it is. You're in the rat's nest.
Okay. I do want to add, like, if there's a lull at any point, I want to look at Hardwire and go, hey, did you sign any contracts or anything like that with your management?
My management.
At this point, you have Mason walk up.
I've only had a manager for one day. It's Mason.
Oh,
God, that
fair.
I did forget that was my job.
Like, do you have
It's
do you
fine.
have any contracts with anybody about royalties, about like anything?
I'm underground. I don't have a contract. The only people I have a contract with are the landlords for my bar.
You're
Okay.
telling me you've just been releasing this music free?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to. The corporations control the entire industry, and I don't really want to sign a contract with them. So that's why I try to keep it a little exclusive, and then I draw people to Lux, which is my bar, and then I play there.
We can figure this out later. Right now, I was serious about the slushies. Do you have slushies here?
I
I don't know. I'm gonna like look around.
Do you have slushies, Hardwire?
I've been dealing out drinks all night. I know if there are slushies here.
There are no slushies here, just very cheap beer.
There's no slushies. There's cheap beer and cheap vodka, which I can only assume has been watered down.
Yeah, don't drink that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's for like cleaning out mild scrapes and cuts, and also like
Making
cleaning-
mixed drinks, right?
no, like cleaning dog pee off things.
Oh. I'm looking around at everybody's glasses. Anyone with a mixed drink, I'm just like,
Oh God.
Look around,
Oh.
like,
And it now makes sense why half the people are just destroyed.
You're more or less serving them like turpentine.
Right.
wait a minute. There's dogs here?
Every now and then.
That's a relevant question.
Yeah, every now and then we got Wolfpack Harry that comes through. We got Vinny the dog guy. Yeah. There's two dudes.
There's
Yeah.
a small little dwarf girl asleep. Actually, that's her right there.
That's a really creepy way to start that story.
She likes Dobrik.
Oh
She's cool.
shit. I would take a peek. Have I ever met this girl before?
She
Um,
knows you.
In passing, you have
A lot of people know me. Mace.
That's what I said.
I don't know a lot of people, but a lot of people know me.
I know how that goes.
Looking at her, like, I've talked to her maybe once or twice. She seemed okay.
Cool. Do you know her name?
No.
Do
you know her
room
runner
number?
name, or like her
Well, okay.
like what her like her not necessarily runner, but like her
Alias.
Yeah, her alias is Dash.
Okay. I mean, No, that's Dash. Yep, that's Dash.
Also, the woman he points to is not a dwarf.
Oh, I assumed it was a short girl.
Yeah.
That's not
I
a
did too,
Mason
don't worry.
problem. That's 100%
a Mason problem.
okay, well,
On brand.
the dwarf girl.
Yeah, the dwarf girl.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
dwarf girl.
And I'm gonna look and I go, okay, well that's Dash. Only
she's
talked
a
to her like once or
halfling.
twice. Not a dwarf. That's a halfling.
Mm.
What the fuck is the difference?
You're good.
A dwarf is a half a human, right?
How old are you?
Like 32.
How are you 32 years old and you can't tell the difference between dwarves, halflings, orcs, and trolls?
That's it. And a runner now. And a
I figured
vampire.
that.
Life's been hard lately.
I figured that, as you were serving, you might have worked with orcs, trolls, and maybe some dwarves or halflings.
Everyone was wearing armor. All right, we all look the same.
Armor that makes everybody the same size. Wow, that's crazy.
There was shorter. I mean, you're how tall? Am I taller than you? I actually don't know. Am I taller than you? How tall are you?
How tall did I make?
I don't remember how tall I made my guy.
Nah, Konami's 6'5".
Okay, you're taller than me. But if we
I'm
put
also-
on the same uniform, we would look the same.
I'll never look like you. I'm much cuter. Anyway, neither here nor there. I mean, she seems cool enough. If she thinks that Dobrik's cute, then let her think Dobrik's cute. That's fine.
No, I mean, yeah, no, I'm not stopping it. I'm just trying to get names, information. I also want to make sure she's okay because if she's gonna be flirting with our boy, I need her to be safe. We're not having a round 2 of that, okay?
Well, we do have a track record for love interests dying, so welcome to the Dead Love Interests Club.
Mine's not dead.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
not,
Is that a
don't let
threat?
Was that a
don't
threat?
don't let karma near her. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
I just look over it like a tripped out, like. Dude, I'm like,
I think
all
you're
points,
muted
all
there.
points.
Everybody receives a text from Karma saying, "I love you guys."
And
You
I'll
got
text
glasses
back.
on?
I'll be like, I love you too, bud.
And I'll text back with like periods between every word. It's just like, I love you, dude.
He's right there. You could just say it.
Yeah, he texted us. It's rude to just not text back.
Thanks for the drugs.
Is this like a group chat? Because if somebody like, you have drugs?
What kind of drugs
You're
you
asking
got?
Karma if he has drugs.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'd be like, I look at Hardwire, you have drugs? And then Carmen's like, you want drugs? I'm like, whoa!
Did I not ask you to partake in the wave?
Yeah, we're at a party.
Have you ever gone on a trip like that before?
Yeah, definitely multiple times.
That was a lie.
Is there an insight check I can make on that?
I don't need it. I don't need it. That was a
Judge
lie.
attention.
I don't need it.
I'm judging those intentions.
I'm not sure you need it.
Can you
No.
even roll con?
I don't think so.
If not, then it's charisma -1. I don't know what your charisma looks
But-
like.
I'm gonna ask, like, follow-up question. Oh yeah, to your lots of times. What drugs have you done, and how did you do them?
I did Corkin, the one, and
Yep.
I did Billy Sheen. The,
Billy Sheen.
yeah,
I used
I
to
love
know
that
about
Billy
Sheen,
Sheen.
though. I used
So
to
you're
know.
into the
please.
suppositories.
He was a bad guy.
I was gonna say, please tell me that you didn't pay a dude named Billy Sheen to give you the drugs.
well, I don't know their name, but maybe I did.
Are you okay?
I did some Adderall, but that was because a doctor told me to.
Okay, that one's fair.
Adderall might have helped. That one might have helped.
It did a
Are you
little.
still on it?
I
We
can't
might need to
afford
get you
anymore.
back on it. I'll pay for your drugs. I'll pay for your drugs.
Bitch.
God,
Jeez.
So
Yeah.
Adderall just go towards the insurance.
Right.
Anyways, I need a non-alcoholic drink and maybe snack to bring to Dobrik because he's working on Kyrie. Also, I found Isabel.
Oh,
Kind
I'm gonna go make you a sandwich. Who's
Well, you found Isabel? Girl from the boat.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Was
Okay.
was Hardwire around? I think that was Zero.
It was 0.
Oh,
I
That
don't
was like
know.
our
Yeah.
first mission.
I still feel like Harvard would be like, right, Boca.
Right, that's true. I still don't know if Hardwire knows who Isabel
0%.
is.
I think
I have
Hardwire
heard
would have been
stories.
at the farm that night that she stayed there.
Oh yeah. He would have been down in the basement.
Oh, that's true. You seen her in passing. Just the
Poor
girl
girl,
that
she ran
they
away.
found from the docks, who then ran away later that night.
Was I like there when she ran away? I was like, bye, see you later.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Probably.
you were there. Like she waited till everyone was asleep, but
bye.
like
Well,
you saw her
that's
in
when
passing.
we bought you
Folks
a
had
moving
beard
truck.
following her, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah. She's magically inside Kyrie. Or over Kyrie. On Kyrie? Magic's difficult, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's a weird description of that.
I have a knowledge skill called magical societies. Does that help me interpret where Isabel is in relation to Kyrie?
Lore-wise, I want to know why you know that.
Don't worry
I'm
about
smart.
it. Right.
I'm smart.
I also have that.
You ever been chased down by a technomancer? It's
You don't
not
need
fun.
magic for that.
No, but once it happens, you want to know what the fuck magic is so you can stop it next time. I know a lot of reading.
No, magical societies wouldn't tell you exactly like how she is in the same place or overlapping her with her aura. Magical society would tell you like who the Black Lodge is.
Not that-
Okay, so is there a society known for like putting a blanket over people? Like I just want to know if it helps at all.
The only thing that's would ring a bell based off of what Mason sort of told you with Magic Society, Black Lodge has changed people's memories over extended periods of time. So that way they have, like for old members who may break rules or anything within the Black Lodge, instead of killing them if they were important people and had like a public face, they would go ahead and just change their memories of who they were.
You mentioned the Black Lodge, is this something that Hardwire would direct, like, oh, if you ask somebody from the Black Lodge, like maybe you could figure out what's going on?
Most of the time, if you're like talk to people about the Black Lodge, a lot of times you end up going missing for digging too hard with the Black Lodge.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I'll be very general. Like, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of like nefarious, nasty things you can do with magic. It's pretty gross. I mean, I'm studying it till this day, and I don't really know what's going on. So, let Dobrik take his time. Is I think what I'm getting at.
So work on that sandwich?
Oh, on my way. Follow me. There's a whole kitchen. You can customize it. It'll be like Subway. Let's go.
You walk into like this almost industrial looking like kitchen where you guys
Karma
are able
appears
to get
behind them.
right. Karma's just sort of there. At this point, it would be roughly about 50 minutes after you took the Zen, so you would be coming down from it at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
At this
perfect.
point, it's just like the waves have turned into vibrations, and I can still kind of feel your sounds, but I can't really smell them. Like I used to.
I love it. I can't smell them anymore. Or maybe I can, but that might just be you.
You tone down the trouble there, man.
Right. You guys are able to go ahead and continue doing your business. We'll go ahead and fast forward to tonight. So you're able to go ahead. Security is higher than what it was a couple of days ago. There's a couple of HRT vans that are sort of posted up outside, and you notice that there is a blood stain sort of in the middle of the street with it wrapped around.
Somebody jumped.
It was our dude that we paid. I guarantee it.
Did we go one night without experiencing a crime scene?
Not in the
Nope.
6-year-old chummer. After, of course, that's been a multiple hours at this point, until it's dark enough for you guys to go ahead and move quickly through to get your stuff. You guys all have your inventory back. And on your comm links, a sort of like news bulletin goes off. Missing son of CEO found dead outside of hotel.
Our boy pushed the other guy.
That wasn't us, was it?
Proud
No.
of him.
No, that wasn't us.
Suspected work of runners.
There it is. That's what we're waiting for.
They always say that.
Good
news.
leads provided to HRT. If you see these individuals, and it has your guys' body outline, but the faces are all blurred.
I want to call HRT when I hear about this.
Hold on. As the person that was in charge of covering up our tracks, I want to know the fuck they got this information. Can I make a logic test to figure out how they maybe
Yeah.
surmised?
Cut all phone lines.
Just straight logic.
You can do logic plus hardwire. Or hardwire.
I'm 100% hardwire. I'm rolling 108 dice.
Hardware.
Hardware, okay.
I'm gonna roll the same 1d6
Okay.
12 times,
Okay.
and then multiply that by 108. That's being 100% hardwire.
True.
I'm going to summon 6 task spirits to
Okay.
do a teamwork test
Mm-hmm.
on removing any traces of me from the Matrix.
Good.
Five hits.
5 hits. The pictures the only person that's obviously not there, by the way, is you, because you were not in the room when the pictures were snapped. It looks like they were uploaded to a server,
His fucking eye.
and they were not uploaded directly to a phone and kept there, as you guys might have thought.
All right.
But it is the body outline of Karma, Dobrik, Mason, and Konami.
This
All
could
right.
be anybody's bodies.
Time to start eating more. Let's put on some weight, folks. I'll tell the group, like, I think that I may have snapped some pictures. Clearly they don't have your faces, but
You snapped some pictures of us?
well, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
I need to see those pictures because you don't own the rights to my image. So
Actually, I do. This is what happens when you slave your devices to a decker. I'm sorry.
All terms and conditions, you should have read it.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can definitely see your guys' apparel. So anytime you guys are currently wearing any of your run armor that you guys, or your suits,
Suits, yeah.
any of your suits, you guys will have what is distinctive style.
So
oh hell yeah!
Like the balls, the dresses. whatever you want to call them.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Basically.
So
I
yeah.
put on my real leather jacket then.
Right, your real leather. But there was a fifth person that was included in that, and that person was the shareholder that was left in the room as well. Is the fifth person that was listed there.
Cool. Worst comes to worst, we rat him out. It's fine.
Right.
What?
No.
No.
The
Why?
guy that we let go.
Yeah, the guy you let go. Yeah.
And we said, "This is the last favor we do you." Don't we remember this?
We never said that. I said, "Good luck, bud. Here's your money back. You should run."
Also told him about the rat's nest, if memory serves correctly.
Not the rat's nest, but the Jabruvian coffee house.
Ah, gotcha. Even better.
Jabruvian Coffee House is the runner den. The rat's nest is the ganger hideout.
Gotcha. It all runs together in my mind.
Hey, maybe since he's in this with us, maybe he might be useful somehow.
Yeah,
Not
like
sure
pin
how.
it on it or something.
I mean, I am down to
Can always
pin it
use
on the
more
guy if
dependence.
worse comes to worse.
Yeah, I know. I understand the morals of this group wholly now. Yeah, we pin it on this motherfucker.
I feel like that was sharp and backhanded there, Hardwire, but like, damn, okay. Just saying.
You guys have
Potter.
observation. I don't know.
As you guys go ahead and get your stuff and go back to the rat's nest, is there anything you guys would like to do before returning to the rat's nest?
Actually, Dobrik will let everyone know. I've actually got something to handle at the hospital tomorrow, so I'm just going to take my car and head home. I'll meet up with you guys afterwards if you're going back to the rat's nest or wherever you're going.
Do you need backup?
No, just research stuff.
Okay. Be safe. Make good
No.
choices.
All right.
I'm gonna do a rail of Nova Coke, snort some blunts, and maybe shoot up some.
Jesus.
Homie came to party.
Right. So the rest of you will go ahead and head to the rat's nest. While Dobrik, you head back to the hospital. About an hour and a half go by. And another news bulletin goes off. This time, it's the same picture that they released of the what is it called?
Rainbow Road.
Yep.
Nothing
Man of
nefarious.
Yep.
Clearly something that's not going to negatively impact.
The chairman that you guys let go and free.
Shareholder.
Thank you, shareholder. He is now, but it is a full picture of them, and it says, James, the true hero, and it has a long description of how this James was able to go ahead and provide information on a runner den that was then taken down, and the runners were apprehended for the murder of the CEO's son.
Kill a man.
I'm going to forward that new article off to the group.
Can you believe this shit? Question
Yeah,
question mark?
I feel like
I'm sitting back like, I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's dead.
I don't understand. See, usually we just kill a motherfucker, and I'm very confused. Because now it's negatively impacted the entire group. And Konami, your propensity to trust corporate entities is perplexing.
At least it's not us, right, guys?
Yet,
I gave him information because
Yes.
he was now on the run looking for a new identity, looking for a lot of things. I figure he was in a vice kind of like I'm in a vice. And if early on I had somebody to go, hey, man, go here and don't get caught, that would have changed a lot of stuff for me. So I figured, hey, man, here's a place. Go there, don't get caught. What's he do? Gets caught. Fuck that guy.
Wait, those runners are us?
No, it's the... Do you remember the coffee shop that we went to that had all the stuff underneath it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy got that place, like, sniffed out. Damn it, I liked it too. That's where we got our crime party from.
Made a good soy latte.
Right?
No more loot boxes.
Hey,
I'm
Hardwire,
actually mad about that.
Could you try to track that guy down for me, please? I don't know what kind of matrix wizardry you need, but if you could try.
I'm going to start with the article. Did it say that this person was a hero and they died?
Oh no, they are alive and well. You look into it as well, and they are actually receiving a promotion.
You know,
Are they still
in
in-
his
are they
defense,
still
what
in
I
town?
remember was he had no choice. He was due to die anyway.
Yeah, and we gave him the respectable and honorable out of running.
He didn't ask for any of this.
He also didn't ask to ruin more people's lives.
I mean, he saved his own life for doing his job. Maybe we should just let him be.
His job was to protect the kid. He killed him. And then blamed us for it.
This is
Yeah,
the guy
that
that
part-
let us go, right?
No, I feel like I
Or
would have
we-
made the
we
same
let go.
decision. Yeah, we let him go, and then clearly he gave the runner life a shot and got caught or didn't like it and was like, let me leverage this shit so I can get a promotion. And here we are.
Guess what? That he won himself a free ticket to the afterlife. I need you to find him, please.
I was going to say, is he still in town?
Probably, but I mean, we had our chance to kill him.
You see here he is going to now be labeled the head of cyber technology and special projects for Wusing.
I think that eventually he will fuck up and probably get killed.
Gonna
Just
look around.
send me and Co his dossier if you can find it. Schedule, maybe house, whatever you can find. Just send that information to me and Co. We'll take care of it.
That would
Give me
be,
within.
dude. I can't. I don't think I can just hack Wu Sing without bringing more heat than we want.
Fair.
No. Look up where this man's. You want to send him some fan mail. Maybe look up where his office is because you need to hold a meeting.
I'm gonna set up like a Google alert to see when the whatever his position was, the director of cyber tech or whatever, is speaking in public or something like this. I'll set up some.
There we go. That's what we need.
He's supposed to have a meeting in about a public announcement in about 45 minutes in Wusing Tower in Hong Kong.
Inside the tower?
Yeah.
In Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong.
So the part that the fact that it's inside is the part that you have beef with.
Damn it! Inside the tower.
In my
I was-
defense, I heard inside the tower. Inside started
stopped
formulating how we're gonna do it, and then you guys said Hong Kong, and I was like, oh.
I did not put together Hong Kong.
Yeah, Wusing Tower. He's supposed to have a press release inside, like from Wusing, his office in Wusing Tower in Hong Kong.
How much money do we have?
Hong Kong, Washington, or
Yeah, Hong Kong, Washington. Absolutely, no.
Can you just
That's next door.
Hong Kong.
That's next door. I know that.
can you just put some sort of like alarm, like matrix alarm system or warn or notification when he's back in Seattle or around?
Oh yeah, no, I can create a program or have my AI create a program that tells me when he books a plane ticket to Washington, and then we'll know if he's ever back in town.
Thank you.
I was
This
going
guy
to
did
hire an
exactly-
assassin, but I don't think we have the money.
No. We take
No,
we'll take care
why
of-
would he do that?
We'll take it. Well, first of all, by the way, when you look up a hire assassin, we might get a phone call.
Not in Hong Kong, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, we
Keep
could
forgetting it's not in Washington.
doesn't know the difference between orcs and trolls, doesn't know the difference between halflings and dwarves, doesn't know geography. What other gaps in your knowledge do you have, Mace?
To be fair,
Geometry.
to be fair,
Jurisdiction.
Seattle is no longer in Washington because Washington doesn't exist.
Oh,
And hasn't for probably 60 years, but which was before Mason's time.
That's what
It's
I
all
said to you,
Maryland
and
now.
you feel dumb now.
Sorry to burst your bubble there, Co, but
Still thinking that Seattle is anywhere near Hong Kong.
No,
Doesn't know geography.
it's all perspective.
Um,
Wow.
yep. So that's that. All right.
Well, hold
Damn.
on. This guy was just doing his job. We let him go. What did you expect him to do? Maybe we should just let him-
Karma.
thank you, Karma.
Karma.
Karma being the voice of reason for once. I'm
Am I wrong at Co? Does he?
Why? We
Is this
shouldn't
not our
find more
fault?
trouble.
We literally got possibly tens, dozens to possibly hundreds of runners arrested and or
Mhm.
like.
Hey.
It's our runner duty to take care of this guy, is it not?
I mean,
Actions have consequences.
And we are the hammer that is that consequence.
all right. So let's take a look at this from like the rules, right? Never make a deal with a dragon. We broke that one. That's my bad.
yeah, you messed that up.
It has paid off a
It-
little bit though.
It has been cool. Like we've learned some stuff. Save ammo and stick to the shadows. We do that one pretty decently. You don't. You're just pull that trigger and hold it down until it goes click 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 click.
I'm sorry.
'Cause that's
are
how you go.
complaining about me saving your life?
What is this?
Semantics. But number 3, don't hunt down other runners. Did we just break number 3?
No, we didn't hunt down other runners. It was we tried to help a future runner. He fucked over runner.
We kidnapped a corpo and expected him not to rat on it.
We didn't kidnap a corpo.
Well,
We walked in, took things that we were hired to take, and let him live.
He kind of
Yeah.
kidnapped himself.
what choice did he have? I'm just saying.
He had way more choices than fuck over potentially hundreds of other people.
You know
he
what?
didn't rat us out.
You know what?
Mm.
Morality is a spectrum. And I don't know where I land on this one, but I'm exhausted of this conversation.
It's because they haven't made it for vampires yet.
Not
So,
everybody
you
wants
know-
to live a sinless life.
So, you know,
For the sinners out there, they need to stick to the rules.
Whatever, guys.
He did
Whatever,
what he
whatever.
had to.
I need to go check on Kyrie. I'm gonna look at Co. and be like, we'll talk about this later.
I mean, out of sight, out of mind. If I never see him again, whatever. But if I'm within 2 blocks of the dude, there might be something flying his way at a very high velocity that may or may not pizza a wall.
I feel like Hardwire just has a list for both Mason and Co. of that exact scenario, where it's like, we're not going to invest resources, but if they're ever getting pizza in the same place as us, we're just going to kill them.
When
My hands are washed
everybody,
clean, bro.
when
Bro,
everybody
I'll walk
in
on
your
hard
life,
Update that list.
when everybody in your life is either in the same car as you and cool with you, or wants you dead, there's only 2 options.
Yeah. Like, when you see people from work, you either like, oh my goodness, we almost died together, or oh my goodness, I'm going to kill you. Those are the only 2
Right.
things. Like,
It keeps life real simple.
If you keep it, catch me inside the Continental. That's all I'm saying. If you want to have a peaceful chat and we're work associates, catch me in a no fire zone like a runner
I-
den.
People are living. They might kill us, so we might as well kill them.
Well, is it legit like a no kill zone in runner dens? I
mean,
don't
it's-
know that. I've never tried. I've never asked.
Professional courtesy, I would assume.
Is it?
I mean,
I've
one
been
of the
doing this
rules
a
is
while.
not hunter, not to gun down other runners.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
don't ask, don't kill.
It's kind of the Continental is just the career of like if you're a runner, you don't gun down runners.
yeah, I think it's more so like mutually assured destruction, that if one person starts shooting, everybody starts shooting.
Yeah. Because you don't know where those bullets are headed or coming from, so
Yeah.
you just start
Killing
shooting
people
into the
is
ground.
Ask questions later. That's my rule. I don't know.
Just don't go around killing people. in general.
Karma, you've killed
Regardless if
people.
they're- I haven't killed anybody.
You've killed people.
I haven't done anything.
I have one name that's seared into my brain that says otherwise.
That was an accident.
Literally.
That was an accident. And I don't think even Karma even caused that accident. I think a spirit did that accident.
A spirit that I
Commanded by
commanded.
karma.
Well,
All right, blood mages beware. You're not people.
true. Wait,
It wasn't my fault they rolled a glitch with under the spell effects
Do
of
you
accident,
still
which
go to-
made it a critical glitch.
Yeah,
Do
really,
you
the
still
dice
go to
go-
jail for manslaughter? Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think I would.
No, I'm saying in general.
That'd be fine.
People who commit manslaughter go to jail.
the spirit did it, but not Karma.
Anyway,
I need to talk to
Yep.
you later.
All right.
I didn't talk to my
for
lawyer.
fun, more conversations on who we should and should not kill in the future. As I'm like, you see like a really long list that I'm just like adding another like
Right,
name
another.
to.
Speaking
Karma,
of
Karma
life and
pleads
death,
the fifth.
Dobrik, can we go check on Kyrie?
Dobrik's not there.
Dobrik's not there. He left to
I
the
am-
car to go.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
no,
gonna send a text to Dobrik that just says, "Oh, I totally meant to tell you. Kind of cute halfling girl thinks you're cute. I can introduce later if you'd like." End of text. I don't know what else to say. Love you. Be safe.
Over and out.
Actually, no, she should be texting me.
You actually
A while
at this
ago.
point got a your alarm goes off. Tell Dobrik about cute dwarvish.
Did I get it? Like, oh yeah, did Dash text me? Because I did give my number with an alarm.
She has not yet.
Yeah.
I'll reply back. Good looking out. Emotionally unavailable at the moment.
It's
keep it in mind.
it's been a year.
I'll text back. What about physically? Question mark. Question mark.
I'll just send back the prayer emojis with a winky face.
That's prayer or thank you. So
It's a 50-50. You don't really know.
you don't know.
Mixed
Leave that up to
signals.
interpretation.
Right.
Eggplant plus peach
um,
equals question mark?
Also,
Peach equals water droplets? Question mark.
I don't get it.
I for that MRI scan
Uh-huh.
thing, I had since I did a diagnose, I rolled it with an edge, and I had a 5 on that earlier. If not, it's a 4. Any weirdness there, or any idea of how long Kyrie might be out because of that?
No, like medically speaking, she'd probably be waking up tomorrow. She's just there doesn't seem to be any sort of brain damage or anything like that going on. So you would probably assume she's just physically exhausted to whatever they did to her.
Gotcha. Then, yeah, before I would have left my car, I would have filled in Mason. Hey, by the way, I've got some stuff to take care of at the office tomorrow morning. Kyrie should be waking up. Just keep an eye on her. She might be a little out of it, just physically exhausted. Nothing weird going on up there. Just like I said, some broken bones. So just be careful. Also, you don't have to change the IV. You just have to change the bag with the fluid and stuff in it. So, keep that in mind.
I looked up to.
So smart.
All right. You guys are able to go ahead and get back to the rat's nest without any sort of issue. You see Dash is still passed out on the couch, but the alarm's still going off. But she's not woken up.
I'm actually is it?
What? You say what time,
Time
is
is
it? About 9 o'clock.
AM?
No, PM.
PM.
I didn't know like how long we were gone or
No. I mean, you guys literally just waited till it got dark, went to the hotel, and then just got your stuff and left and came back. So it's roughly about 9 o'clock PM.
Well, I'm gonna find someone who looks like they live here normally,
Mhm.
and maybe kind of awake, Does anyone like that exist around here?
There's a couple people who are awake. They're not sober, but they're awake.
Hey,
Yeah.
this one. Where's her room? She shouldn't sleep out here like this.
Why?
I don't know. It's not dignified. No.
I wanna swoop through and just kind of like scoop up Mason and just be like, hey, it's fine. Pretty normal thing around here.
They
It's
could just
everybody's
sleep in.
fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do
Okay.
see two people that are like those two people that are connected to the computer are still like passed out in the corner. There's drinks and stuff sort of just laid out all over the place. A couple people sort of passed out on the living room floor.
The BTL boys are making me a little nervous. They're never really in this like that long. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Should we pull them out? Can we
No,
pull them out?
no. For that, if we were to try to pull them out, we would need like extra help. That's dumb shock, my guy. You ever like?
No.
No.
We need to learn you some things. Anyway,
you know that the house next door, not the main rat's house, but the one that it's connected to, does have multiple rooms and quarters and bunks and stuff that people can stay in.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm like ushering off to.
Okay.
Because that's that's where I would have been like hole up during the day and whatnot while I was doing security stuff.
As you go ahead and get ready to enter the second house, there's just a giant C listed above the door frame. Very well polished, but it's just a large C.
On the way by, I'm gonna slap it and go, "You're a real one, Craig." Craig's the old owner of the house, really close to the other guy. Long story. Real one, absolute real one.
Also not a bot?
No.
Oh.
Ex-runner turned fixer turned like collateral damage casualty. It was rough. It was hard. It was sad.
It happens to you a lot.
It didn't happen in my life. It wasn't one of my friends. It was actually one of OP's before my time. I probably would have been still running in Aslan when that happened, actually, because I was right around when the crash happened.
All right, well, I'm going to go sleep up in Kyrie's room just in case she wakes up. There's probably a hidden bed in there somewhere. I don't fucking know, so I'm probably going to spend the next hour or two pressing buttons until something soft pops out.
I feel like that could be interpreted a lot of different ways, but whatever you do, wash your hands.
But just in case I don't find anything, I'm going to steal some blankets and pillows just in case I need to sleep on the floor.
You can sleep on a couch.
No. I didn't see anything. It's when you were in there, there was a gurney, a bunch of like tech, and I didn't know how to work any of it.
Fair. All right.
Do we still need to check out of the hotel room?
That's not Mason's problem, actually. So I didn't.
Carmen just sort of pops out of nowhere. Do we need to check out our hotel room?
You're a hotel room.
There. I'm just saying.
That's too far away. That's a drive.
What? Too far away. There's a photo of our silhouettes in that hotel.
Also, that's also a thing.
No way, I mean, we can get around that. I'm just saying. We paid for 3 nights. Let's go with
I will not be posting bail for you. I'm gonna go find some.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. I'm gonna help Mason find blankets and pillows, and then I want to just go bug Hardwire for the remainder of the time in the evening.
Okay.
Of just like, you want to play games?
Yeah, let's play some games. Is there like a gaming room here? Or are we just doing it in this room? Where are we going?
Just kind of here, I guess. Yeah.
And the room that you guys are currently in is like a barracks style room. So there's like 4 different bunk beds. Most of them are taken, but there is a couple of open bunks that you guys could absolutely crash in. But you guys can definitely go ahead, play your games until your heart desires.
Hell yeah.
Get your pillows. Dobrik, you go and get some rest in your, I'm assuming your office as you wait for tomorrow morning. Is there anything
I was
you'd
going
like
to go
prepare?
home.
Oh, you're going to go home? Perfect. Even better.
Yes.
Enjoy the house.
Yeah. A little bit more comfy there.
Right. Anything y'all would like to prepare before the manana?
I'm gonna order some parts that I needed to make a sunsuit that I made for myself. That at this point I have probably perfected. And I'm gonna
It's
order
being
them
forced upon me.
in a tall.
That's all.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I will throw that together when it gets here.
Yep.
Hardwire is a dirty screen looker. I'm calling it now. It's a thing.
Wow.
I don't need to look. Okay.
I don't look at screens. It's all VR.
Not. I would assume I spent the evening losing in whatever game we're playing, so I'm salty about it.
That's fair. That's fair. Next morning, pulls up Dobrik. You head to the office. And as you're walking in, you do see a familiar set of blacked out SUVs. And you can see a couple of guards sort of posted up throughout the hospital lobby. As you see Del Rosa sort of sitting and talking with one of the head doctors that take care of business while you are out. The doctor happens to look over to you. Oh, it looks like your next appointment here. Dobrik, I believe it's your turn for the audit.
Yes. That's why I'm here.
Perfect. And he sort of like stands up, straightens his coat, and he like, without like having like visual face of like Del Rosa, being able to see him, his eyes go really big, like oh, that sucked, and then goes back to his lab. Del Rosa will go ahead and sit up and stand up and straighten out his suit. Where would you like to conduct this conversation? Would you like to hear, or would you like to go ahead and have it in your office if you have one? I wasn't sure.
Well, I think my office would probably be the best suited place for this.
Perfect. I hope you don't mind. I did check out sort of the different stuff that the doctors are working on around here, and I must say that the work that was done on those parts were, when they were transformed in that biotech, you really have to let me know how you were able to either orchestrate it or be able to have it done if you did it yourself. This is some next level work. I might even have something that might also sweeten the deal if it comes down to it.
Good to know. Then, as we are walking, I'll just go into explanation. I did play a big role for the main part in getting the project started, but I have to hand it off to my amazing team that I've been able to build here. They've been able to oversee it and work on it and complete it as I had things to attend to outside of the hospital.
Of course. Do they know what you do?
I try to keep my personal and professional life as separate as possible.
Sure. At this point, you guys are beginning to enter into your office. He, throws his hands over and lets you enter the office first. Um, so you would say you're more of a manager, not necessarily. I mean, obviously you're a doctor. You have your doctorate, but am I correct in understanding you prefer leading teams compared to being the foreperson?
If there's anybody in the office, I'll kindly ask everyone to leave first, just so that we have the place to ourselves. And then I'll say, I prefer the term director, but also a leader as well. I want to be on the grounds, at least in the beginning, make sure my presence is known. But I mean, there's only so much one person can do.
You and I, we're not too different. You and I. I obviously a little bit more blessed might be the right word, as I was born into my position. But you and I have a similar mindset when it comes to running a team, running a business. So this is what I'm going to do for you. Not only will you have this hospital, you will have a director seat at As Technology, running this hospital as well as a couple of other hospitals scattered throughout UCAS. It has a minor starting fee, and you will get a sign-on bonus. But the only thing that you would have to sell me would be your project.
But
I know, I'm sure money's not an issue for you, but sort of just to give you a heads up, we're looking at starting salary of 850,000 New Yen, and then a sign-on bonus of 200K. You'd have your own office at the technology headquarters in Aslan as well, and is the one that is his here. You are more than welcome to absolutely live at the headquarters in a room that will be provided for you. But you're also more than welcome to live in your house if you would like to. Life doesn't have to change much for you. It doesn't have to change at all. Besides, you'll have a couple extra meetings to go to and check out on some hospitals. Be the ground floor, at least for the first couple of days. But again, you don't have to give me the answer now, but I would like the answer before we adjourn our meeting today at whatever point you would like. If you need extra time, I can understand. It's a large change in lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, I am flattened by this offer, to be honest. And please do pardon my hesitation. I do not come from inside the corporate world, but I have heard plenty of tales on how things work behind the scenes. But it's not completely off the table, and I will get back to you at that. As for the matter at hand, and Dobrik will go into the little frozen closet, open it up, and you see just the kind of the dry ice keeping everything intact, and he will pull out a little vial with a little cap on one hand, and in the other hand pull out his athame, and he will stab into the whatever living tissue organs that currently have some stuff pumping in. He will like a medical syringe with the athame, just draw it out. I have been dabbling some in the specialized magics of As Technology, as you can see, and it is not. And I'll transfer it over to the vial, start to cap it off. And it is not often that I am headhunted. Is there any particular reason you need me for this special project you have in mind, or position, I should say?
I see what you're able to create. Even if it wasn't you, but the brain behind it is you. You came up with this idea. You took action, and you were able to provide the right people under your ability to make that a reality. And and he sort of, as he's having this conversation, looks more from you over to the frozen, or you know, I guess it would be close to frozen, but the tissue that is being kept there as you were drawing blood from it. Art, honestly, that right there. I'm just imagining what you could do for people who get into car accidents or stuff like your mom. Stuff like this could change the world. There could be biotech that stops virus from even being a thing because we don't have to put metal in our bodies. We have things grown in labs that we could go ahead and give people that are them. People can be more whole because of accidents. And I see you as a key to making the world and as technology a better place for it. We did have a rep with people in your profession, but as you know, everything's a two-way street. You only get the side of the story that you're fed. What you probably don't hear is as technology curing diseases. When Vitus went out large, we were the first people on the ground to go ahead and get cured. There is a lot of medical advances that as technology is doing, and relief efforts in places that don't have it as nice as UCAS and Seattle does. I hate to see that your judgment be clouded because of one individual who might be spreading more and more lies than was being said. I'm sure that he said that we went and hunted him down, but did you know he was actually hacking one, or in charge of hacking one of our data mines that was supposed to be holding he doesn't pause. I'm trying to think of what the best way to say it. A organic method of treating different diseases, different stuff that we didn't have the access for, but because of him and them, because of them, we are set years behind, and more people are going to die because of the choices they made that night. Again, you get only the picture that people paint for you. And I just want to make sure with this opportunity before you that you have the whole picture.
Well, you've definitely given me some things to think about and consider. And I go ahead and close the door. Sometimes, forgive me for thinking that I may not have been chosen for what I know, but rather who I know. And that will always be in the back of my mind as I consider what is to happen going forward. But currently, we've got some more information to go over in regards to my father.
Yes. He is currently on a resort. He is living the lifestyle. He was, as you probably know, a military man a long, long time ago in the UCAS Army. But he rose to the ranks very, very quickly, and we were able to figure out why. As you know, Ares is one of the main people who fund the war. And they had a serum, which allowed seemingly normal people to act what we would know today to be awoken. Whether or not it actually awoken them or just provided them a steroid. They didn't have magical fists or able to scale walls like that, but they were stronger, faster. Some would say superhuman or super meta human, depending on who you were, in the case of your father. But that came with a very nice sign-on bonus for the possible endangerment that would put him and his family into. Now, see, after Ares came out with this, and they were beginning to sell it to military, people began to speak in the shadows for ways that this could be used to take down corporations. So many of them began to join, after the military, join runners. And to see, oftentimes after they destroyed something that they didn't fully understand or agree with, they would go ahead and go after the people who provided them that power. Your father, on the other hand, took it and ran. And now he is living large to stay quiet. He has his own island that was provided, where he currently resides, and from what my sources were able to tell me, is doing quite well for himself. Not seeming to look back on the past, but move forward, onward. Now, I don't know what you're planning on doing, but I will say this resort that he is staying at is very secluded. A single dock gets you on there. And typically there is someone to greet you when you arrive. Not to say that it's not possible to get on other ways, but most of the island is surrounded by very jagged rocks, which can be difficult for boats and vessels of that kind of nature to get onto. So, this island is sorry, pulling it up here. Where did it go? Going to be off the coast of Chile, South America. It's roughly from the coast, about a 2-day boat ride to the island. And the island is what they call Isla de San Martin. It's in the Atlantic Ocean. And like I said, there is a very expensive, very nice resort that usually CEOs go to when it's time for their vacation.
And you said that he is going to be here this weekend?
Yeah, so technically right now it's Thursday. No, sorry. It is Tuesday. But yes, he is supposed to...
Feels like it's always Thursday around here.
Yeah. Welcome to business. We're always looking forward to the weekend. But yes, my resources show that he will be present for at least this weekend. But they do have his card on file, and there's been chatter about an extended stay. Security will be very, very tight. You'll have multiple different corporate higher ups that will be there. And as a what do they call it in your field? A forward fund
Per diem.
that
Yeah,
works.
maybe.
If you were to go ahead and take this position, you'd be able to get there for free under the flag of as technology. Your room would be paid for, your trip would be paid for, and you'd have a reason to be on the island in a legal sense. Now, I'm not blind to what your business is on the outside as well. I know that this gives you a opportunity to cause some serious damage to S technology, and I respect that. And I respect you, and this is my sign of showing faith that we can be civil to each other by providing you this way onto the island without having to do any sort of shady information or sneaking in and possibly you're losing this chance to have another conversation or whatever you needed to get done with meeting your father. This is what I have to offer you. What do you say?
I'm not looking to sign on just quite yet. But I mean, if I've got my crew of people who would like to help me out, I would hope, but I know that their time is not cheap. And considering you would give me what seems like almost an empire for what's in that shelf over there, I'm sure this vial would be worth at least 50,000 New Yen. That way, if I don't want to run under the Aztec flag, that should be enough to get my crew paid and get us for transport and lodging our own way.
If you have...
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and default on charisma.
Sure thing. Let me do that pre-edge thing.
Okay.
One.
Okay. He sort of smiles. I'll do you one better. I'll give you 50,000 for the vial, and I'll give you 10,000. You don't have to split with your group.
It's not how I expected this going.
But
I assume. There it is.
if anything comes back negatively on Ask Technology, you can absolutely guarantee that Konami will not make it off that island.
Deal. I hold out my cred stick in the vial in the same hand.
He will go ahead and take the cred stick and hand you a all black onyx cred stick. Please, your thumb.
All right.
And he places your thumb on it. You feel a small prick on the inside. It goes ahead and
Ouch.
reads your information.
It took my blood.
Assigned, Dobrik Kapoor. This is
That's
yours
me.
now. The only way to access it is with your blood. We don't want the cred stick, but it's an extra security measure for you if you ever need to put extra any funds away and you don't want other people to get it.
All right. And I don't really like saying this, but thank you.
Dobrik, if you and I were the same age, we'd be good friends, you and I.
How old are you, just out of curiosity?
And at this point, you get a good look. At first look, he looks human, but you can see where the ears were snipped and sort of burnt down to look human-like. Old enough to tell stories.
All
Again,
right.
I know you have a lot to think about. And I will let you know as well. This director's position does not stop you from doing your stuff that you do outside. We just hope that you respect the company at the same time. I would like to hear something back by Friday, if available too. If you need the weekend to think about it, I understand. But the deadline is Sunday. If we don't hear anything back by Sunday, I understand. Nothing bad will happen to your hospital. I know that can sound threatening, but I'm being sincere in saying there will be no ill consequences for you turning down this job offer.
I will be in contact. I assume the audit went well. We passed the flying colors.
After this meeting, I only had to let one person go.
Unfortunate.
Business is business, and when he's taking blood without, I'm assuming you're understanding, then people must be let go. That is, again, our goal is to help people, and if they're stealing to probably sell what I would assume on the black market, we can't have that here. They've already been sent home with their things, and she will no longer be able to walk back into this. She's lucky we didn't call the police, but it was her department after all.
All right, so no one from my department.
That is correct. No. Mostly looking into blood analysis, looked like.
Gotcha. Yeah. Can't have blood go missing in a hospital. It's something we need drastically over here.
I'm glad you and I understand. All right. As he sort of taps his legs, stands up. Dobrik, you have my number. Please reach out to me as soon as you come to a conclusion. Obviously, if you find out before Friday, let me know. You and I will have to meet again to get some official work done and to offer you the keys to your new building, your new office, and we'll hire some people to move your stuff into the corporate office if you would like that as well.
I'll be in touch.
And he goes ahead and straightens up his jacket and pulls out his cuffs a little bit, gives you a nod, and then goes ahead and sees himself out.
All right, I'll call the team back in, let them know that we passed the audit flying colors. No one's getting let go. We can continue our research. I'm really proud of all the work they've done. Going on vacation.
A very loud round of applause rings out. You do see that the other team that did lose a person sort of goes along with it, but they understand, business is business. People are needing to be held responsible for their actions. But overall,
actually,
the hospital itself is.
I would like to go over to that team and whoever the department head is there. Just see if I can figure out who it was that was let go. See if I can get a name or anything.
Yeah, it was Kelsey Pills, which is why it was always so funny that they worked in a hospital.
Isn't it ironic? All right, cool. Then after congratulations are in order, I'll go ahead and start leaving the hospital, and I'll give Mason a call to see if I can get an update on what's going on over there.
Okay. At this point, guys, you guys go ahead, wake up for the day. Mason, you wake up to the sound of snoring as Kyrie has seemed to roll over and is sleeping on her side and just snoring her head off. At this point, you do get a call from Dobrik directly.
Yep.
Hey, just wrap things up over here. How's she doing?
She moved. She rolled. She's snoring.
All good signs. hasn't woken or talked to you or anything like that? Just moving around slightly?
No, your call woke me up from a nap, but I needed to get up anyways.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's kind of hard to sleep with everything going on anyway, so I'm glad you got at least some shut-eye. Do vampires actually need to sleep, or is it more like just a emotional exhaustion thing?
No, I get sleep.
Okay, cool. Just make sure. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'm done over here. I'll start heading that way, and we can meet up soon, and I'll see you then.
Cool. All right. See ya.
All right. After a short time, Joburg arrives at the rat's nest.
I would buy coffee for everyone.
Oh, what? How sweet of you.
Well,
I can't drink it. Neither can go.
It's actually
I'll
just
drink
blood
those.
inside of their cups.
Yeah.
Oh, negative, the smooth stuff.
I feel like I'd be like, I can't
Bruh.
take that, and you're like, and I'm like, wait.
Pop
Oh.
open the cap.
I prefer AB positive.
Right.
like orange juice with some pulp in it.
I froth the blood like you like.
Right.
I got something in my teeth.
Oh.
Place
That's
it.
scab.
All you guys are able to get up and have that coffee and or blood substitute.
Thanks, man.
But you are all together. It's weird compared to what you guys saw last night. It's still not the best looking place, but drinks are picked up, drugs are moved from there, and people are running in and out, seeming to be working. Go ahead and have people, grabbing a quick bite to eat in the morning and then going out the door. You guys hear multiple cars leaving, a couple coming in as well. But it seems whatever happened last night was just a one-off co. You know this to be just typical work that they are doing here on different assortment of things. But it is now Wednesday.
My dudes.
It's Wednesday, my
It's Wednesday,
Should
my
come here
dudes.
more often.
Right. And that is where we will go ahead and leave off for tonight.
I'm upset.
dudes.
Feeling good.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I mean, did you just sell that guy some of my blood?
Well, yes and no.
In one sense, no, but in a way, truer, more realistic sense, yes, I did.
I've got a plan, but it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. So,
You care to loop me in on the plan there, champ? Like, what's going on?
don't worry. You're part of phase 2.
Oh, boy.
All
The
right.
part where they're like, oh, yeah, but, coax up. They're not making it off the island. You're like, deal. Like,
That's
You're
phase
making it
2.
off. You're making it off the island.
like you're writing checks that my ass has to cash.
Just
Dad,
release
you
the
hang
gem.
out on the island for a little bit, and then we'll come get you later.
Yeah, I heard vampires are really good at swimming.
Wait, what?
5-star resort.
Why couldn't we swim?
You guys
We're
are
denser than
you're
people,
denser than people, so you guys have a -4 to swimming, I think.
and we sink real fast, and that means we could potentially drown.
But do we need oxygen?
Yes.
Unless I take this spell where you don't need oxygen, and you
Then
can
we
just
just-
walk underwater.
We walk out of there.
Yeah, easy.
Easy peasy. There's
Yeah,
not
we
sharks
might-
or stuff in the ocean.
Let me fight
we-
this shark one time for the one time. Hold on.
We'll fuck him up into possible buried treasure.
Vampire sharks. Give it a shot.
I think we talked about this last time.
We did talk about vampire Sharknado.
That was it.
That's still the plan, right?
Yes.
I don't know what our next challenge is, but I'm pretty sure that's
What
still
if?
What if
What if though?
What if what?
What if I turned a shark?
It would be a vampire shark.
A
can
Vark.
Wait, aren't they already
Storm.
kind of vampires? Like they sniff blood from miles. What?
That's fair.
It's the perfect pet.
Oh my god.
We can do this. I can create a storm.
Guys, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out tonight. It was a fantastic
Yes.
episode. Not a
I
whole
only
lot
feel
of
a little
combat,
bad.
but a lot of story is happening.
I didn't use any edge.
Didn't
I'm
use
gonna use
any
all my edge right now to summon a spirit.
Okay. But a lot of stories happening. Also, something awesome that is currently happening that chat you might not know. Dobrik did redeem. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. I was going to say receive, but I was like, that's not it. Redeemed channel points for a run, and this is going to be Dobrik's run. It's going to be a real good time. So pretty much chat what that does. You go ahead and redeem the channel points. You send me some of the bare bones, some of the specifics if you have them. And then I take it and go with it. The outcome, obviously, because if you've been watching for any amount of episodes, the outcome may or may not be what you want. But that is what we're going with. Dobrik was the first one to redeem. I know Konami also has a run that they need to go ahead and do. So we have a lot of
I think
stuff.
Jay did one as well.
Yeah, JJ as well, I believe.
Yes.
Got ideas.
We'll
I
see if
just don't have
Konami
points.
makes it off the island first.
Right. Well, baby steps. Baby steps.
I have points and no ideas.
So, definitely keep an eye out for that. If you're storing your channel points, keep an eye out for a run. If you have a character in mind as well that you would like for them to show up, as long as it makes sense for them to be there, we'd be more than happy to go ahead and do that. That's another option we have for the channel points. So making sure that we do that. Yeah, Frostbite also redeeming an NPC at some point. So good looking out for you.
The crew meets Batman.
Steven the Vampire.
Is that
Shark.
only 10,000?
It's only 10,000 for an NPC.
How soon can I summon those?
As like I said, as long as it makes sense for them to be at a scene,
Everybody.
then they will absolutely be.
It's going to be Dobrik's run with all of our characters in it.
Ian, I know there is still a scene or NPC that you read once already that will be there. Or will be not necessarily there, but it's going to be in the story soon. Don't you worry. I have not forgot about them. But I'm
Good.
I'm not sure if that's who you are DMing me, but
Oh no, I'll DM you about another one.
perfect. I love it. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it over to the Yanni boy, Hardwire. Where can they catch you when you're not busy yawning on We Run the Night?
Well, I have started working with some amateur League of Legends content. So if you are interested in League of Legends playing competitively, I have a channel called Stonefeld Analyze. It's dedicated to teaching newer players, low elo players, how to work in a competitive environment. There's a lot of good content over there, so check me out on YouTube at Stonefeld Analyzes.
Yeah. Next up, Jay. Where can they see you when you're not busy making vampire sharks?
Hey, streaming on Twitch. My internet is now fixed. I will be streaming tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm playing. Maybe Rainbow, maybe some Stalker. I don't know. We'll find out. Cyberpunk. I don't know.
Spicy.
But I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Chat. Make sure you check him out. Go ahead, give him a follow if you haven't already. JJ's been here for a very long time. I think beyond season 1 of We Run the Night. Back before we were doing this, we actually had it at my old apartment. We were meeting on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, playing some Shadowrun. And then we were like, you know what? The internet would love how dumb we are. So we took it here, and JJ's been here since day 1. So make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow because, again, super cool guy. Last but not least, the legend themselves, Ian Flux. Where can they catch you where you're not busy being the butt of someone's deal of making them maybe become a corporate professional?
Ugh. Making a jump to corpo life. I can't believe you.
And you
But
didn't
A
do that
corporate
yet.
sacrifice.
right. So if you want to hang out with me, I stream throughout the week and consistently on the weekends over at twitch.tv/IanFlux. I play League of Legends. I play a little bit of Rainbow. I play a lot of stuff, mostly games with my friends, because I'm not good at games, but I like making jokes. So come hang out with me. You'll get the good jokes. You'll get J Brew's good good gameplay. And that's the way that goes. Also, you can follow me over on Twitter at IanFlux12. Either way, if you're looking for me, that's IANFLUX. All right. Oh, and I'm posting stuff on YouTube every week, so come by there.
Yes. Speaking of YouTube, this will go up on Monday. And then podcast form will be sent out shortly afterwards. Donnie, tell them about where they can find their sweet, sweet podcast if they want to listen to We Run the Night and the shenanigans that we will be pulling.
You can find the audio format of We Run the Night from anchor.fm/We Run the Night RP. You can also find it on Spotify. Just search for We Run the Night or J Brews, and it will be there.
Hey, thanks.
Uploaded shortly after the YouTube.
Hot. And we are looking... That was so good. You're my hero. We are also uploading Season 1 and Season 2 as well. So that is in the process of being... If you want to see from the very beginning, there are some stuff that's happened and been quoted off that if you've been a long-time viewer of the show, that you may pick up, like a runner team in Indianapolis, or the thing you guys may not see and may not know is there was a text run when I was taking 2 weeks off in Florida. We did a whole run over text, by the way. That is an interesting endeavor. If you guys have a week's worth of time, give it a shot. It's interesting. And last but not least, Ian, we are partnered with a fantastic team of individuals that helps push our podcast out. Would you mind doing me a favor and giving them that good shout out?
All right, let me pull my mic in real close so y'all can hear me real good for this. We are partnered up with Geek Elite Media. All right. So check them out. Go to geekelitemedia.com for all of your geeky podcast and other geeky content needs. Do you like history? I'm sure you do. Do you like literature? Sure you do. Do you like talking about comic books and comic book related movies? Yup. Do you like pop culture? Hey, so do we. There's a whole bunch of podcasts to pretty much fit any mood or taste over there. Go take a peek. And don't forget to geek out. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Could not have said it better myself. But last but not least, the reason we're here, besides to play Shadowrun, provide entertainment for you, we're partnered with Catalyst Game Labs. So we are working with them on providing some new content. We see some stuff out of Street Weird every time we sign on because half the party is something to do with that. But also, with Street Weird just got released this week, by the way.
It's finally like out.
It's out.
Yep.
So make sure you guys go over to DriveThruRPG or Catalyst Game Labs or I believe Shadowrun.com as well. All three are really good places where you can go ahead and pick up that new book. We've been showing it, I think, for a couple months now. But it just got released. So make sure you guys are checking that out. You also saw some stuff today from Power Plays, which is the new corporate book that we've been running with. Hasn't have a release date yet, excuse me. But make sure you guys are checking them out. Really cool stuff in the works. I actually have a meeting with the head of development for that coming up here soon. And we may be coming to cons near you. Asterisk.
Ooh.
So make sure you guys keep us in the lookout because there's cool things will be happening here. But thank you guys so much. Again, we'll be live tomorrow, probably with some Tarkov because I've been playing Tarkov on Friday, or maybe some League because I'm boosted and I need to get better for team play. So make sure you guys check me out tomorrow. Make sure to check JJ out, and I'm pretty sure Ian will probably be streaming as well. So make sure you go give everyone a follow. Make sure you go over to YouTube, give Stonefeld Analyzes a subscription. Just do it. Do it now. We're going to go ahead and raid over to J-Bone, who is playing some Tarkov. So make sure you go ahead and give them the Heidi Ho, Ranger Joe, J-Brews raid over there. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. And again, have a good one. See you later.
Later.